Hello,
Stop your
everyone,
mental
and
line.
welcome to our first ever session of Dungeons and Dragons. I'll be your DM for the evening. It's my first time DMing, so go easy on me. And I'm joined by these wonderful people, starting with Vi Valkyrie, TK Lady
Hello.
underscore. Yep, okay.
Don't forget the underscore.
Ravel VT, and Tommy
Yes.
Got Games.
Yes.
How y'all doing, everyone?
Hello.
Dunguns and dunguns.
I don't know if
Hi.
you guys want to maybe introduce your characters with like a brief description or something.
Okay, so I'm Vi Valkyrie. I'm playing Faith, who is a paladin of the Ancient Oath, a tiefling, and worshipper of Sune.
Yes.
A TK?
Mika! It's Mika.
Hey, we got raided. It just started.
Yes.
Hello, Mika and raiders. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Mika.
Hey.
Hello.
What happened to the TK? You still
don't know.
there?
Oh no.
On your
I have been waiting.
TK's
Oh, no.
disappeared.
Waifu died. Waifu died.
After a
Quick, we
great
need to roll.
start.
I think she
Check.
needs a mouth to mouth.
Okay. Who here actually has a mouth?
I mean, I do.
Tell me. Do you breathe though?
No.
Sucks.
Oh no.
Okay, well,
Well,
I
why
don't
don't-
know
why
what's
doesn't-
happened to TK.
So
Also, Tommy doesn't seem to be
Midnight.
responding.
Hear that? Hello? TK?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm in. I'm just doing stuff. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Are you
Tommy's
okay?
tired and I'm pretty sure still in bed, so. Oh,
No!
and the TK
I-
disappeared.
PK's gone. Oh
TK! Well, TK died.
TK and Tommy are not currently at home, so it is making things a little difficult. We're having technical issues.
A little hiatus.
Hotel Wi-Fi for the win, right?
TK, you're back.
TK.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't know what happened. It's working for like
You're alive.
You're
Apparently
here.
the internet couldn't handle
so
your
sorry.
character introduction.
Yep.
yeah, so my character is Tori. She's a half elf with a draconic background. I don't know what else to say without getting into like a novel. Is
It's
that
okay.
okay?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Ravel.
Oh, mine is very easy to explain. So, my character doesn't really know her own name, and she's a dumb zombie. So yeah,
Okay. Thank you for
That's
the
pretty much
follows,
it.
peeps. I just got to my goal apparently. Apparently we got 100
Oh.
followers. Heck yeah.
yo,
Sorry to interrupt with that.
hey,
Okay, Tommy.
Yeah. My character's Zalil. Character's name is Zalil. I'm a Kalashtar, and I'm gonna be a rogue.
All right,
well,
nice.
we didn't say our, what we're supposed to.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, let's get started, I guess.
Yeah.
So, our
Show
story
us the way,
begins.
Grandma.
Our story begins, as many D&D stories do, in a tavern. But this one isn't just your everyday city tavern. This one's on the side of a long, winding road between two towns. It's a few days either direction, and this is the one pit stop or rest stop along that journey, frequented by traders, travelers, mercenaries and adventurers, and all kinds of people who might be going from one town to another. You, each for your own reasons, are traveling to the town of Pale Hill. Zulil, you live there, but you recently were tracking down a bounty who fled town, and unfortunately, you weren't able to find them at the next town over. It seems like they skipped town again. So you need to... you're on your way back to report your failure. Faith! You had heard word of the temple there. Supposedly one of the major temples in the region. It represents a lot of the gods, but also Sune. So you're hoping to maybe pay a visit and a pilgrimage. And you brought this strange little goblin zombie along with you.
Yeah.
And Tori, you set out for adventure, but you wanted to stop at a major town to maybe get some supplies, find some work, get some coin, and generally just, explore. But
Sounds good.
Pale Hill is still a few days away. So here you are at an inn, resting for a night or two. A strange-looking figure is wandering around this tavern wearing a cloak with their hood up, indoors. A little suspicious. They're going from table to table, talking to people. You can't really hear exactly what they're saying, but you can judge from their reactions that, like, one person just kind of brushes them off, they go over to the next table, and it's like, piss off, and then they all start laughing, and this little figure scurries away from them, and scurries right over to your table, Faith, and, well, we don't know that your name yet, little zombie goblin. But, this cloaked figure scurries over to you, and you can't really make out much of how they look, but they say to you, Please can you help me? My village nearby, we need help.
Well, I'm gonna need a little more than that, I'm afraid. Why don't you sit down and tell me what seems to be the problem?
Thank you. The figure takes a seat. He's not that tall. He's taller than your average dwarf, but clearly not like an adult elf or human. A little short. He sits down, and as he does so, you get a little bit of a glimpse under the hood, and you can see that he appears to be some sort of dark elf, fairly young, not a child, but like young adult in his teens. He sits down and he tells you, my town, we're very isolated in my village, and we survive off of trading our goods, these valuable crystals, but they keep disappearing. We think they're being stolen, and no one's doing anything about it. I've been trying to get people to help for weeks, and no one's helping. No one's doing anything.
Well, what makes these crystals so special?
They're-
Why would someone want to steal them?
They're useful for magic. I don't really know all the stuff behind it. They're valuable. We can trade them with the traders who come by. They use them for like all sorts of machines and airships and all sorts of things. As far as I know, they only grow, or they only, I don't know, appear in our village, and they're very valuable to other people.
Is it pretty?
I guess. I don't know, they kind of glow.
Ah, one.
Well, by oath alone, I would be bound to help you in your time of need regardless. So, by all means, I will lend what assistance I can.
Yeah.
That does mean that I have to drag this little one along with me, because I'm not leaving this one behind for love nor money, but you say you're certain they're being stolen?
Well,
What makes you so sure?
they keep disappearing, but crystals don't just disappear on their own. And
No, but could it not be someone in your village taking them?
well, that's what I'm thinking. It could be someone, it could be an inside job.
Interesting.
we trade them to just traders who come by. We don't really tend to let people in very much, so we just trade at the outskirts. But we've had less
you
than
keep
we're supposed to
yourself-
have.
You keep yourself fairly isolated then?
Yeah, we
Wanna go?
need some stuff from the outside, but we try to avoid outsiders as much as possible. I'm afraid I can't pay very much, but if you can recover these crystals or find out what's happening to them, then maybe we can spare a few.
I don't think I'm too worried about payment, to be honest, but it's my duty to help.
Wanna go?
I will
Of course
say,
you do.
Zulil, you sat at the bar, can overhear this conversation going on. It's not too far from you. And Tari, you're at the next table over. So
You're supposed to say something.
Sorry.
I was expecting a response, but yeah. But yeah, so this figure, he says, I appreciate the help, but maybe we should get some more people to help out with this. I don't know if you're able to handle this, just the two of you.
I assume you were just asking everyone in the bar, by all means.
Yeah,
Please
I
continue.
was trying to. I've not had much luck. I've been trying for days.
You'll certainly have my interest, but when were you planning on leaving?
I'll ask around, see if we can get anyone else. We can leave tomorrow morning if that's good for you.
That's absolutely perfect, by all means. I mean, I shall stay here then and finish my wine whilst you see if you can recruit anyone else.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course.
Can I have wine too?
Yes, you can have some wine as well. Just try not to spill it everywhere.
Hey. The strange drow figure comes and approaches a few other tables, gets brushed off by a few more people, before he makes his way over to you, Tari. Oh. Is TK gone again?
She may well be.
Think I know.
While we're waiting for TK to rematerialize, can I use my divine sense to see if I can detect whether this drow is evil or good?
You can. Right, let me just see. Divine sense, what does it do? Detect good and evil, anything affected by that. Right, you don't get the sense of any undead, fiend, or celestial, other than obviously your companion. As for good and evil, there's not really any strong sense either way. But if you want to give me an insight check, maybe.
Okay. Let me find. It's on here somewhere. There we go. And I get 17 plus 3, so 20.
Alright. You're pretty confident that he's not got really ulterior motives. He seems like he's being honest.
Okay.
Yeah. He seems he's like stuttering. He's not really very confident. So clearly he's not putting on an act.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Is TK back yet?
Am I back?
Yep, hello.
Yep.
So,
Okay, sorry, I don't know why everything just stops. Like, I can hear you, but the mic just stops working. Sorry. So,
weird.
yes.
It's fine. But yeah, this drow, he scutters around and asks a few more people, gets brushed off by a few more before making his way to your table, Tori.
Okay.
And he says much the same thing. Basically that he needs help, that his village is having things disappear, things they need to survive, to get by. And he asks, are you willing to help?
I mean, I've got nothing better to do. I'm happy to.
Thank you. It means a lot to me. I've already got those two over there to agree. But I'm sure.
wait.
That just gives
Wait
me more reason.
profusely.
I mean, I'm sure with you guys, we'll be able to sort this out. I'm gonna see
No
if we can
worries.
get anyone else. There's not many people left that I haven't asked, but I'll see.
No problem.
I discussed with those other people. We'll leave in the morning. I'll come back and we can go in the morning.
Okay, I'll go introduce myself to them.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fiona.
It's so hard not to like. Sorry, I keep wanting to be like, hi, wife. Hello.
If you wanna, I don't know, have a chat with each other, introduce yourselves, that's fine. Or I can go to Tommy first.
I think if we go to Tommy
Maybe-
first.
Yeah, go to Tommy, then we can all meet
Alright.
later.
Nice.
Tommy, you're a guy who
Yes.
generally pays attention to your surroundings. You're pretty used to overhearing conversations in taverns and seeing what people are up to.
Brothels.
Problems. You have overheard him going around talking to practically every table in here. You couldn't really hear some at the back, but especially more towards the front, you've heard their sort of pitch to everyone. And you know before he even walks over what he's gonna say, more or less. Sure enough, he comes over and he's like, you look like someone who works for Coin, right?
Yes.
I-
I know what's going on. I've overheard you at a few tables. How much are you willing to pay?
I'm afraid we don't have a lot of like gold or much to give, but these crystals that are Tom mines. If we can get the supplies back, then we might be able to spare a few. Give you. As long as they stop disappearing in future, we can spare a few now. They're quite valuable. It should hopefully be enough.
Trading goods are fine. I'll take the trading goods, especially if they're valuable. All
They
that matters to
are.
me is getting coin.
You can probably sell them at another town or give them to a trader. I mean, we managed to trade them for all sorts of things, so they're clearly worth a lot.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'll be back in the morning. If you're still here, then we can head out. And having spoken to pretty much everyone in this inn, at least in the sort of main sort of dining area. Obviously there's rooms up above, but he's not really gone knocking around in there, up there. He goes away, definitely a bit more optimistic than when he first entered. Still unsure, but he definitely seems glad that he's got people willing to help for once. If you guys wanna talk to each other or anything?
Okay, well, Faith's gonna stay at the table sipping her wine as she eyes up the two people that seemingly agreed. Wondering whether they've actually got the courage to come over and say hello.
I'm actually making a mess with wine.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go over and introduce myself. Hello there, travelers. My name
Why,
is
hello.
Tori. I believe we adventuring together tomorrow to find some crystals?
Hi.
It would seem the lady has put us on the same path. By all means, pull up a chair. Join me in some wine.
Oh, thank you.
Have wine.
Thank you. Is this little one okay with her wine?
She's my little clue. I think she needs a bib though. That's a bit of a problem.
At least she's cute.
Well, I found this one wandering alone, and I figured it would be better to
Ah.
keep an eye on her.
Wine tasty.
I would hope
That is
so.
very kind of you.
Mhm.
So tell me about yourself. What do you bring to the table, as it were?
That's a great question. I'm I'm a sorcerer, I believe. So I am not completely useless.
I don't think anyone is ever completely useless.
I know the forest very well. I'm a good hunter gatherer. I should provide some value. Can I have a glass of wine?
Of course. I flag down any waiting staff and ask for a few more glasses to go with my wine.
Sure enough, there isn't really like waiting staff here. It's more of like there's like the tavern keeper and maybe like a person cleaning up. But you're able to go talk to the tavern keeper, get some more wine.
And potentially a bib.
We don't have one of those, I'm afraid, but
Or a sippy
enjoy the
cup?
wine nonetheless. I can get you some napkins. I'm sure we can do that.
That would be much appreciated.
Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Can I get more wine?
You just got given more wine.
I think maybe she has had too much.
It's beginning to look that way. We may have to cut her off fairly soon.
we do have to get up early tomorrow for this quest. You know that.
Of course.
Little zombie. Wait,
What
you're a
for?
zombie, right?
I
We
know.
probably want to keep that a little bit quiet.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. I'm surprised you noticed, but yes, we definitely want to keep that quiet. As much as I'm here to make sure she doesn't do anything untoward, I don't think many of the people here would understand.
Ah, that is fair enough. Your secret
Ah.
is safe with me. Ah, but what is her name?
You know, I've never been
I
able
know.
to get that from her. I just call her my little clue. I don't know who created her, but I intend to find out.
So, what do I refer to her as?
I mean, little one, clue, something along those lines will probably suffice.
Okay.
Blue's cute.
I thought
Ugh.
so. I guess that just leaves
Cool.
the rogue that's been eyeing us
Yep.
from the other side of the room.
Tell me,
Yes,
what are
he's
you
making
up
me
to?
very uncomfortable.
Just listening in. Just, I've not walked over. I'm still kind of sitting back and seeing what's happening. You know, kind of. That's a word.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get up, walk
Looking,
straight
studying
over.
the group.
I'm gonna walk straight over to Zalil, and I'm gonna hook my arm around his and slowly start steering you towards our table. Like, don't be a stranger. Come on, we're all involved in this together. At least it would seem so. If I'm going to be at least traveling with you, you could at least do me the favor of introducing yourself. I'm Faith. I will be your defense for this adventure, shall we say?
Shiny person strong.
Reasonably
Um,
strong.
I'm gonna respond with fair enough. I'm Zilil. I will be helping with information.
Information is good.
Confused look.
Never mind the small one. She's still trying to get her bearings.
She's a bit derpy.
A little bit. We
What
don't
that
like
mean?
to point it out, but
What that mean?
no, it's fine. Just carry on drinking. You'll be okay.
All right. If
She's
y'all don't have
an
anything else.
interesting one.
Oh. Yeah, I was just gonna say if y'all don't have anything else you wanna talk about, you can all finish your nights and go to bed. Wake up in the morning.
Okay, I mean that sounds fine by me.
All right.
Yep, it's fine by me.
So you guys,
Sleep.
I don't know if some of you stay up a bit longer to drink or you go to bed early.
I want to.
You want the which thing?
To drink more.
Anyway, you guys finish your night, and at whatever point, head to bed. In the morning, this inn is a lot less crowded. There's a lot less people. Most people who are staying the night have already headed off, or are still sleeping in after, trekking through like the woods and stuff for a couple days. No one's really, drinking at this hour. But sure enough, after waiting a while, this figure comes in, cloak and all, still got his hood up, comes and scurries through the door, and finds you all at a table together, awaiting his return. You're all still here.
Of course.
Hi.
Hi, strange one.
Hello.
If you guys are ready, we can head out.
As soon as you feel ready, we shall make a move.
I
I'll hardly leave you waiting.
I don't think they like me much here, so I don't really want to stick around much. I've been pestering them quite a bit.
I will never cease to underestimate the prejudice of the common person.
Well,
I mean, you can clearly see I have my own inner demons.
I'm not one to judge. If you guys are ready, I don't know if you need to grab anything before we go. We can head out.
I've got everything I need.
Alright. So this figure leads you outside and he says, my village it's just up in the hills. It's not far. It's kind of off the beaten track. Like I said, it's quite isolated. But it's not too far. It'll only take us an hour or so.
Does your village have a name by any chance?
Not really. We're not really on the map.
Okay.
So he leads you, and like I said, it's about an hour, a little less. So you're trekking over like pretty soft hills and grassy plains and stuff. It's not a harsh journey by any stretch of the imagination. As you make your way through these hills, you go through like a dip between two of these hills. And before you lies what kind of looks like a sprawling hillside, like multiple hills chained together. And at the front is this big, grand cave opening into the hillside. It takes you a moment to realize what you're looking at. It's not actually a cave opening per se. It appears to be the overgrown skeletal remains of some sort of giant Leviathan creature. It's all overgrown with like grass and moss, and it's blending into the hillside. Like the hills themselves are built on top of the corpse of this creature, and like the hills themselves, what you thought was just chaining hillside actually appears to be like the built up mounds of like the shoulders, body, and tail flowing down this creature. Its mouth is huge. It is like a gaping cave with the fangs coming down look like stalactites. And he doesn't seem particularly bothered by this. In fact, he gestures for you to go inside. He's like, come on, it's just through here.
It's a fairly impressive locale.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it keeps us pretty isolated. We're a bit.
Why
Our
did
village is
you-
further inside.
Why did you decide to build your village in this monster's core?
We've been here for generations. The village has been there a lot longer than I have. I don't really know all the history of it. It's just kind of where I live, you know?
Fair enough.
I mean, do you even know what monster this was?
And he sort of looks up at the cave and like glances over it a bit, and he's like, I think it had something to do with the gods or something. Like I said, I don't really know the history. My mother used to tell me
Would anyone
stories
in
when I
your
was
village
younger.
know?
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be someone who would know more than I would. I only know like a couple stories that we got told about it.
Interesting.
But I'm not sure they were even true. They're kind of bedtime stories. I think most of them were made up, to be honest. So,
Take a look at the cave and see if I find anything. Like anything weird, out of place.
like, are you like taking a closer look, or are you just like, looking over it?
Just a general look. If I find like a quick scan of the area, if I see anything.
All right.
That
Do you want to give
seems
me
off.
a investigation roll then?
How do I do that?
Roll a d20 and add your modifier, which is a +5 for investigation, I believe.
I forgot we need to roll.
You can just go on Google and find a dice roller.
Okay, D20.
Yeah, d20.
Oh, that rolled two of them. Okay.
Just take the first one then.
Okay, and you said investigation?
Yeah. You have a +5, I believe.
Yeah, 19.
19. Alright.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what exactly you're looking for, because I mean the whole thing's pretty strange. Like the corpse of a giant beast that's clearly been here for like hundreds, if not 1,000 years. There's nothing like incredibly off. Like more so than just the entire thing in general. It's pretty dark inside though, looking into it.
So it's just a very weird place in general, rather than...
It would seem that, from what you can tell, this thing just died here, got overgrown, and people kind of made a home inside it. So yeah, it's just strange in general.
Okay.
So the drow leads you in further into the cave. As you go into the gaping maw of this deceased Leviathan, it's a lot less overgrown inside than it was on the outside. But it gets dark pretty quick. And the floor starts to feel a little damp. You start hearing like splashes as you walk through. And it's not long before you get to like a very sort of ramshackle makeshift sort of dock. I'd be hesitant to even call it a dock. It's like a singular like little bit of wood sticking out like a platform with a boat next to it. Sort of like the ones you'd expect on like a gondola ride in Venice, you know, those sorts of boats. And he gestures for you to get into the boat.
I may as I'll get on the boat then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else to.
Yeah, I don't know if you would have any questions or anything, but yep.
He's jumping about.
So y'all get in the boat, and he starts paddling. It's pretty slow. The water gets deeper faster, and before you know it, you're kind of in the middle of sort of like a lake inside of this thing. Almost, it's not incredibly deep, but it's very wide. It spans almost the like width of the cavern, and just keeps going in. It gets very dark for a while as you go further and further away from the entrance to this. But in the distance, you start to notice a weird sort of bluish-green glow further into the cave. And as you paddle inside, you start to see, you can make out, the surface of the water is just covered, especially towards the edges, in this sort of glowing greenish blue bioluminescent algae that just creates like a layer over the water. And it hugs the edges of the cavern walls and goes not so much in the middle, but you can see like speckles of it all over the water. And as you look up above you, you can see that it looks almost like stars up above you, but they move and flicker. And upon a little bit of like a closer inspection, looking a bit more carefully, you realize that those aren't stars. Those are fireflies, glowing in sort of a greenish blue, similar to the algae. And it illuminates most of the cave.
Faith's just gonna say a quick prayer of thanks to Sune for blessing this place.
I want to touch the water.
Okay. So you reach down
also wanna
and
touch
put your hand through the water. And the first thing you notice is it's kind of thick. It's not like nice flowing clear water. It's clearly quite stagnant and a little bit like briny. It's not like thick, but it's like clearly a little bit. It's quite old water. And the algae itself leaves a few traces on your hand. Like you get a few little glowing speckles on your hand afterwards.
Don't eat it, for the love of everything holy. Don't lick it.
I show it to
Stop
Faith
it.
with proud. He's pride.
But with the combination of this like bioluminescent algae and these fireflies up above, you get enough light that you can just about see. It's not bright, but it's no longer like pitch black. You can kind of see, although everything's bathed in this sort of blue-green glow.
I mean, I've got dark vision, so I can kind of see anyway, but you know.
Yeah. But takes you further in, and eventually, after about 10-15 minutes in this boat, you arrive at what is about as ramshackle as that dock that you saw earlier, but it's much bigger. It's almost like it's a village that's built with like a pier and like multiple of these little docks, and everything's kind of built on top of each other on these like wooden platforms on stilts. There's like houses on top of houses and like weird tented areas connecting them, and like much of it, rather than like pathways and roads, is these sort of like pier-like structures between them, almost like a swamp town sort of thing.
So it's like, so there isn't like ground. Everything's built up.
Yeah, everything's kind of on stilts.
Okay.
The water at this point isn't like incredibly deep. Like you would probably be up to your neck if you stood in it, but you would be able to stand in it. But you know, everything's kind of built up above the water. There's no like solid ground beneath it.
Okay.
And so he pulls up the boat there. You all get off and he ties it up. And he says, well, we're here. This is my village.
Oh, you weren't kidding when you said it was isolated. How many people actually
Yeah.
know about this place?
Like I say, we get traders coming by. They don't really come inside though. We tend to just, you know, take the boat and bring the crystals to them on the outside.
Interesting.
There's people who know it exists, but we don't tend to let outsiders in much. I'm taking a bit of a risk inviting you guys here. I tried getting people in here to do something, and no one would. So you're kind of my last resort.
Were you sent to get help, or did you come on your own?
Not really. Actually, I tried talking to the mayor. He just wouldn't even give me an audience. So
we can expect a somewhat hostile reception, or at least dubious.
no one's gonna attack you, I don't think. But yeah,
But they're not
people don't really
expecting
know
us.
you're coming.
You don't think?
I mean, they know that some people know I've been asking, especially just like, you know, neighbors and townspeople, but maybe the people in charge might not be happy to see you.
Well, I'm going to leave my sword
you
where it is,
going
but I
to-
will equip my shield.
Alright. So you're going without a sword.
What?
Well, I'm leaving the sword in its sheath, but I will
Oh,
make
okay,
sure my
right.
shield is strapped to my arm, ready to go.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to keep carrying my stick, but are you going to be able to show us these what did you call them? Gems?
Yeah, I can show you around a bit and I can show you what we're looking for. I don't really have them on hand, but I can take you to where you can see some.
Okay.
But I guess I should, you know, show you around the place first.
Well, who knows the most about these thefts?
It's hard to say. There's a few people you could talk to. There's the miners. There's the foreman. You could try and talk to the mayor. He wouldn't talk to me, but maybe he'll talk to you guys. Although I don't know if he'll be very
we need
friendly.
to talk to the mayor eventually, but I think right now, I don't know. What do you guys think? It might be worth at least introducing
I think.
ourselves.
Well, shouldn't we get permission from the mayor to be here and to look around and see if maybe get some more to the story?
I think it.
I
might
don't
be.
understand why you're the only one who kind of wants to solve this mystery if it's such a big deal.
I'm not the only person who wants this sorted, but no one else really is doing anything. The people in charge don't seem to be doing anything to stop it, and most people just kind of shrug and don't really do anything themselves. I'm the only person who's really trying to do anything here.
Well, how big of an issue is it for your village if everyone just seems to accept their fate?
Well, I don't think it's people accepting their fate so much as just not having the balls to do anything about it.
They're too scared to care.
More or less. I don't know if they're scared so much as they don't think they can make a difference.
Well, I at least think we should.
Okay.
But
As Tori said, we should probably say hello to the mayor first. Otherwise, this cold reception we're expecting may become hostile.
Yes, I agree.
Not
I
sure.
agree with it.
Not sure that's such a good idea. The mayor already didn't want us here in the first place. Why should we try and just say hello? Why should we
When did
announce
they
that we're
say-
here?
I'm not particularly fond of having whatever passes for the town guard for this place. Trying to say hello with the sharp end of whatever they're using And I think the best way of
I
avoiding
agree.
that would be to at least say hi.
I
Especially
don't
if
think
they're
the
essentially
mayor said
saying-
he didn't want us, right? He just
No,
said that he wouldn't speak to you.
the impression I got was that he never forbade the
Yes, that was my
gaining of
impression.
assistance.
No,
But he
no, he
certainly
never
wasn't
he never
pushing for it.
specifically said not to bring anyone. It's just he wouldn't talk to me or do anything. So I kind of went without permission.
I mean, Zulil, you strike me as someone that can move unseen should they require it. Maybe it would be best if you did some snooping whilst we try the more diplomatic route.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'd recommend you be careful. Try not to make a bad impression on people here. A lot of people are just trying to get by. If you're going and snooping, they'll probably be less happy about that.
I honestly think we should just go meet the mayor. I think it's going to be the best way to start.
I mean,
And then we can work out how the village feels about us.
I can take you to try and see the mayor. I don't know if he'll see you, but we can try. Then I can show you around, depending on how that goes.
That
Fair enough,
makes
then
sense.
we-
Sounds good to me.
Then we try to.
What were you saying?
Sorry.
Tommy?
I think we just try to introduce ourselves then, and if things go bad, we can still sneak around.
Alright. So, this drow boy, he leads you along the pier and upwards. Like I said, a lot of the houses here are kind of stacked on top of each other and in sort of layers that go like one and then a little bit further back and then like steps almost. So he takes you pretty high up. It's like a few stories up and towards the back. There's what I would describe as like the least ramshackle building in this entire place. It's still mostly like wood, but where everything else is kind of just nailed together, and just made to be as sturdy as possible, but not particularly like fashionable or anything. This building in particular is a little bit more like, not to say decorated, but it's clearly made to look a little nicer. More so than like the sheer functionality of the rest of the place. There's like some sort of fabric banners on the front, and like sort of like crown molding on the sides and stuff. He leads you inside, and immediately it's a lot sort of warmer in tone than the outside, whereas everything was kind of this very blue-green. Outside, once you step inside, you're you're greeted by like candle lights and lanterns on the walls and stuff. So it's a much more sort of orange and warm area. You're greeted by a sort of reception area, I guess you call it. It's not like a very professional reception area, but there's like a table and some chairs and just like a drow woman sat there. She's kind of just sat reading something and not really paying attention at the moment.
Okay, well,
Hello.
Are you gonna introduce us? Or
As soon as Clue just goes, hello, like this woman perks up and is just like, can I help you? Like, she doesn't even
Yes.
seem to care that you're a bunch of outsiders. She's just doesn't really seem to give a shit.
okay.
okay, well, we would like to speak to the mayor.
Do you have an appointment?
No.
I would.
Confused.
This gentleman here has informed us that you are in need of some assistance trying to solve a problem that your town has. So,
Let me just check the records. And she like flicks through a bunch of papers and stuff. No, I don't see the mayor asking for such a thing.
regardless of whether the mayor asked or not, we're here to do the diplomatic thing of at least introducing ourselves before we poke our noses in around the town and try and solve your problem.
I can ask if the mayor is willing to see you.
I would certainly appreciate that, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very well. And she rather reluctantly goes and like just sort of struts away through a door behind her. And
Well, she seems lovely.
you wait longer than you should have to for her to ask this. It's a few minutes. She finally comes back in and almost like doesn't let you look through the door as she comes through it. She like slips through and immediately shuts it behind her and goes, "The mayor was not expecting guests at the moment. He can make time if you can wait about half an hour."
I'm sure we can manage that, can't we?
Very well. I'll let him know
I guess
that you're
so.
going to wait. She goes once again, walks back through the door, and takes an unusually long time to get back and says, "I've informed him that you're waiting." She sits back down, immediately goes back to whatever she was reading, and just doesn't even look up at you.
Can I use the half an hour we got and explore town and just have a look around?
Yeah. Were you asking the job or were you asking me? Or were you just
Both.
saying to each other? Okay, yeah, sure, I can show you around. I'll have to be back here pretty quick. I mean, half an hour is not a long time, but I can give you the gist of the place.
I
Yeah,
really want to see these gems. What it is we're trying to find.
There's a storehouse, but it's kind of to the back of the place.
I mean, I assume we're going to be here for some time, so we'll have plenty of time to investigate.
Right.
But by all means, getting the lay of the land is probably not a bad idea, Zulu.
While you talk, I'm just waddling towards the door.
Okay, so he leads you outside. Or, I guess, Clue's already wandering off. But he goes outside and gestures for you to follow him. And he takes you down. There's sort of, since you already went from like the main sort of like dock area up towards the high back of the place, he takes you around a little at the top and he's like, this is some of like the more, I don't know, fancy areas. It's like, there's a tailor over there. There's like a place where they do like, I don't know, documents and records and stuff over there. It's nothing incredibly interesting here. If you come down this way, and he leads you down a sort of story, this is where most of the stores and stuff are. We don't really have a lot of like stores per se. We don't really do money around here, but people can trade things. There's, people make stuff. There's people who can make clothes or like general goods. Anything we might need, you'll find them around here. And sure enough, there was like the fancy tailor up at the top. This one's got like the sort of everyday clothes that people need down on this floor, as well as like you can find general goods. You can find a person who maybe like smiths some metal, not into like weapons per se, but like nails and other such metal things, hinges, whatever people need in sort of everyday stuff, even like pots and pans. And like just general sort of store type things around here, or like trading places. Then he leads you down to the bottom. He's like, this is where most people live. And sure enough, the bottom's like this sort of like squared off U shape, where like the docks go outwards, and then there's the main line that's sort of parallel to all the other stories. And they're just like lined with houses. A lot of the shops above are built onto the roofs of these houses, or like the sort of boardwalk up above, like overhangs the doors of them. And like off towards the sides, there's like a few like fishing nets and rods and stuff all laid out on like the dock area. He just sort of walks you around and he goes, this one's my house, and it's just one sort of towards the end near the corner on the left side as you're coming into the place. And let's be honest, these houses aren't nice. There's like holes in the walls. They're made of like pretty cheap wood. A lot of it honestly looks like the quality I'd expect of like driftwood, where it's clearly been like soggy a little too much. It's not very nice places. There's like fabric used to sort of patch up windows and stuff. But since there's not a lot of weather down there, they don't really have to worry about like rain or wind or anything, so. He takes you inside his house, just, to show you around. And he's like, I don't have a lot of places, but if you need to, I don't know, stay here or I don't know, just have somewhere to talk or something, you're welcome here. Sorry, I gotta check on something. And he lets you sort of sit around in like a modest living space. It's quite small and cramped. There's like a chair that only really seats like 2 people, and like just a shoddy table in front of it. There's not a lot to do in there, but there's a lot of like, I guess you describe them as like heirlooms or trinkets. Like various things, like a wooden boat. There's like a horn of some sort of animal or something that's like curved up. There's
Horn.
There's just like a lot of trinkets and like cool looking
I
rocks.
would like
grab.
to look at the horn.
Grab.
Okay, which one of you makes it to the horn first? Because you
I
clearly
do.
both
Me.
want it.
I grab it.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. It's on a
Why?
higher shelf that Clue probably
Yes,
couldn't have
but my-
reached. So
Mine.
My 5 feet frame has outdone you.
So you reach up and grab this off the shelf, and it's not a musical horn. It's not hollowed out. It's just a horn from some sort of like beast. It looks a bit like a goat horn. It's clearly not the full
How big
horn.
is
They've
it?
like cut off about halfway down it, and it just sort of curves in like a circle. It fits in your hand. Like you can hold it, and it'll like it's a little bigger than your hand. You can hold it in your hand, and it'll like stick out a bit either side. Like about like a large goat or ram kind of horn, You get the sense it maybe came from something bigger, but they only cut like the very end part off it, so it's a bit smaller than that.
Okay.
But the drows like walked off through. It's not really a door so much as just a draped cloth over like a doorway. And you're muttering. You can't
In
make
the
out what he's
house?
saying. Yeah, inside the house. He's just gone to like another room.
Okay.
Okay.
You can hear him muttering. You can't really make out what he's saying. But yeah, he's gone for a little while. While you guys
Is it
are
just one voice we can hear?
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Sure. How do I do that?
Roll a d20, add your perception modifier, which is a +4 for you.
17.
Not bad, not bad. You vaguely make out what could be another voice. It's really quiet though. You're not 100% sure, but you think there's someone else. But they're like way quieter than he is. Yeah, are you guys just gonna like sit and wait for him, or what do you guys want to do?
I want to grab the horn.
I'm just gonna sit there muttering to myself.
Here, little
about...
one. You can have the horn. I can't play music out of it, so it's yours now.
So are you just stealing this horn from his house?
I mean,
I'm
they
just
can
giving it to
try.
her to play with.
To play with.
I blow it. I blow it. I notice.
You blow, and it just makes a sound. Like it's nothing. You're just blowing on a horn. It's not musical. It's not hollowed out.
Okay, so at
I'm
this
just
point,
doing it
Faith
anyway.
is just face palming in the corner. Just
Actually, come
Just
to
like,
think of
thank
it,
God it's
this
not
horn
my
is
horn this
about the
time.
same size as a tiefling's horn.
oh no.
A tiefling.
Maybe
I'm a
it didn't
tiefling.
come from a tiefling, but it's a similar sort of size, like a tiefling's horn.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you obsessed with this horn? Come on, put it back. It's not yours.
No.
Put it back.
No.
Okay, it's about this time that
What were the other?
Oh, what are you saying, Tommy?
What were the other trinkets again? Like besides the
There's
horn?
just a bunch of like random stuff. There's like some shells, a wooden boat, like a cool looking rock. Like it's a lot of just like trinkets, you know. There's a couple things
I
that
just
have
wanted to ask the group.
been like passed down. There's like a medal of some sort, or not necessarily a medal so much as like a medallion. But it's old and tarnished and honestly looks a bit cheap. Sorry, what were you saying, TK?
I just wanted to ask the group. Does anyone feel like this guy's hiding something?
I think they're all hiding something, but I mean, this fella seems to have come on his own free will, not sent by the village. So I very much get the impression that either the village doesn't care what's happening, or they've just been beaten down so much that they don't think they can change their fate. And that worries me.
It's
Yeah,
about this
I just
time
feel
that
like-
you hear coughing coming from the other room. Not like particularly like loud coughing, but you know.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on the door frame next to the canvas and just say, "You okay in there?"
Yeah, one second. I'll be right out. And you know, it's a minute, two. You don't hear anything. And he comes back out. He looks a bit concerned, a bit worried. Like he's not doing a good job hiding it on his face, but he doesn't really say anything about what happened. He's like, sorry about that. I just had to deal with something. You guys are welcome to stay here if you need to.
Are you sure you're okay? You look quite worried.
I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Yeah.
You're fine. What
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
fine.
other person?
Other person. It's
I'm
just
still holding the horn, by the way.
he's a bit more focused on Faith kind of questioning him at the moment. It's my mother. She's not doing well. I didn't really want to tell you guys since I don't really know you. I know you guys came to help, and I appreciate that. I just, you know, you're still kind of strangers. But that's why I care about this so much. She needs medicine, and we're running out. And if we can't trade these crystals, then I can't get any more.
Well, what's actually wrong with her?
I don't know. One day she just started getting sick. She was coughing, and then she she just got worse over time. Now she can't even get out of bed. I keep her fed, I keep her company, I get her medicine as much as I can. I'm not sure she's recovering, but I'm doing the best I can.
I look shocked, as if I remember something.
Oh?
And I'm like scared.
Okay.
If you would like, I'm not the most proficient healer, but I have some talent. I may be able to try and help your mother, at least a little bit.
If you think you can help, please don't do anything that might hurt her. But if you can help her, I'm sure she'd really appreciate it.
Okay, then I'm gonna move to pull the curtain aside and see if he tries to stop me or if he's okay with me going in there.
Sort of solemnly moves out the way. It's more, he's almost anxious as he does it. You know, he doesn't massively want to, he's not incredibly comfortable, but he does nevertheless step aside, let you through.
Okay, so who do I see in the room?
You enter into this room. It's small and more crowded with random junk than the living room. Not so much trinkets as just bedrolls and pots and pans and just pottery and all sorts of things just all over the place. And laid in this sort of wicker type bed, with not a great mattress, to be honest. It's just a lot of blankets piled up and then some blankets over. There's this woman. She's, obviously drow like him. I should have probably mentioned, these drow are a little unusual. You didn't really see it with him because he'd had his hood up the whole time, but you'd have seen it with the receptionist, and you definitely see it with this woman. They've got sort of similar to the algae you've seen. They have greenish tints on the ends of their ears. Their eyes are sort of bluish green. And they have little patches of skin all over the place that are also slightly bioluminescent, very faintly. But this woman in particular is not old, but definitely starting to get on in years, even for an elf. She's, got some creases around her eyes and mouth and stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna very slowly approach her, whilst just saying, hello, I'm just here to see if I can help you in some way.
The drow boy, he leans in a bit, following you, and goes, Mother, it's okay. They're here to help. I found them nearby, and they were willing to help me.
Okay, can I make a medicine check to see if I can identify what's wrong with her?
Yeah, sure.
I suspect they're being poisoned by the... Oh, that's good. By the algae. 20.
20. It doesn't seem like poisoning. You do a few checks, and it more seems like illness than poisoning. It's not got a lot of the things. There's no swelling. There's nothing like vomiting or sickness that you'd expect from poisoning. It's very much she's very frail. She clearly hasn't been able to eat as much lately, so she's getting even more frail. She has quite a cough, and she's just generally very sort of visually fatigued and worn down and sick.
Okay, I'm gonna use 5 points of my lay on hands to attempt to cure disease or neutralize a poison on her.
Lay on hands. As an action, you can... Uh-huh. Okay. So you You put your hands on her, and there's a faint glow of light from your hands as you do this. I'm just reading your thing here.
Yeah.
Cure disease or neutralize poison. Sure enough, she gets a little less pale, a little less frail. She doesn't seem completely better, but she's definitely at the very least sort of stabilized. Whereas before, from what he said, she's clearly like not doing well and deteriorating. Yeah, she seems a little bit better, but not like immediately cured on the spot.
Okay, so I'll look up at him, give like a one little smile and say that I've done what I can, but I suspect, and I'd need to know more, but I suspect it's this place.
Hey, what do you mean? It's this place?
Well, I'm not the most well-traveled of person, but I'm pretty sure drow aren't supposed to have glowing ears.
That's kind of just a thing. I don't know. Everyone has them here. I think it's just because we've been living here so long, generations.
Yeah, that's what worries me. But I'd need to know more. As I say, I've given her Sune's blessing for now, and hopefully that will help her a bit.
I appreciate.
But there's not much more I can do.
Thank you for helping at all.
You're welcome. We should probably not tarry here much longer, though. I'm sure the mayor is
right.
waiting.
I'm surprised you even got an appointment. To be honest, we better not be
I
late.
can be quite persuasive.
Okay.
Chloe, can you put the horn back, please?
I'm still a bit shocked.
He kind of only just notices you doing it, and he's like, "Oh, please put that back." I can get you, I can give you some I don't know, something worthwhile afterwards, after you solve this.
I'm gonna kneel down in front of Chloe. Chloe, are you okay?
Please give the horn to the boy.
He gently takes it back out of your hands, and he puts it back on the shelf with quite a lot of care, quite gently. I don't know if this horn itself is massively important to him so much as just like everything in here he doesn't really want messed with. Thank you. He, I guess leads you outside back up to the mayor's place, if you're ready to go. Yep, okay.
Yeah,
I was waiting for you
Yeah,
to be like,
that
yep.
seems to be a yes.
Okay. Sure enough, you go back up to the mayor's place, and the receptionist is there, once again, not really paying much attention. It's just sat
Probably
there.
doesn't even know we'd gone.
We're here to see the mayor.
Oh,
Crazy lady.
you're back.
Of course, you didn't expect me to go away from your delightful presence quite so easily, did you?
Very well, I'll let the mayor know you're here. She, once again, just kind of wanders off behind that door, not really letting you look behind it. Takes even longer this time than the other times for coming back and going, the mayor will see you now. Sits back down and goes back to ignoring you.
Okay.
She doesn't tell you
Shall we
where to
in?
go, but you know.
I mean, I'm just gonna walk up to the door that she went through.
Yeah,
And see if she stops me going through.
she doesn't say nothing, she doesn't do nothing. She just expected you to walk through there on your own, I guess.
Okay. I assume everyone else is following me.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I'm right behind you, Faith.
let's go see the mayor.
Okay. You guys enter into this room, and it's frankly the biggest room you've seen so far. Everywhere else has been pretty cramped and pretty messy. This is like not huge, but the biggest one in the town so far. And it's got like a nice sort of rug on the floor, kind of walnut desk with like, the carved legs and stuff. It's got like sconces on the walls. Definitely a little bit nicer than everything else here. Hold on. So, you're immediately greeted by the sight of this rather large man sat behind the desk. He's kind of balding. He's rather well fed, shall we say? And he's just again kind of like looking through things, kind of writing and stuff. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, come in."
Thank you. One of your citizens approached us and has informed us you seem to have a bit of a problem, something to do with missing crystals. So
But
we've come to see if we can provide any assistance in that regard. I thought it might be best to introduce ourselves before we go ruffling too many feathers.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who even
Of
are you
course you
people?
don't.
You're not from around here.
How very astute of you. Either way, we are here to help and would appreciate any knowledge you could impart on what seems to have been happening lately.
What do you even know?
We know that you mine crystals and that you trade these crystals. It's the primary source of income for your village.
So what are you,
And that-
traders?
Call us hired help.
Hired by who? I don't remember asking for you guys. I don't remember hiring anyone.
I've already explained this one. One of your lovely citizens approached us for assistance.
You notice now that the drow boy didn't follow you in. You've walked into this
Oh,
room and
I'm
he
not
stayed in the lobby. Oh yeah? Who?
Either way, well, I'm sure if you'd poke your head around that door, you'd find out pretty sharply.
I'll ask Doris. Yeah.
Oh,
Would anyone like to give me like an insight check on this guy?
I can.
Yeah.
Who's
try.
best for that?
Oh well, that's an 8, so it's not going to be me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
It's a D20, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I got a 12.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got a insight, right?
Yeah.
23.
23.
So net 20 as well, by the way.
So, Faith and Tori, you just kind of get the impression he's kind of rude and doesn't really think you're worth his time. Zulil, you can tell this guy's just doesn't want you poking around. He's clearly deflecting. He clearly doesn't want you to know much. Doesn't really want you guys involved in whatever this is. Whatever's
He's a bit
going on.
sketchy, essentially.
Yeah. Clearly, he doesn't really give a shit about solving this, whatever this is. Look. Oh, you can... Fine. You'll have our hospitality. You guys can go wander around and do whatever it is you need to do in here. Then you can make your business short and get back to whatever else it is you do outside of here. We don't get many outsiders around here. And people get startled.
Okay, well, I would ask, what is it? Do you have any information about the missing crystals that could help us?
Fine. Actually, you know what? Give me a persuasion check.
You got it. Get a 13.
13. Not that good. Okay. He says, clearly, you've heard some sort of story about something going missing and whatever, someone lost property. You guys deal with it. It's none of my business. Some random person comes asking for your help.
I mean, the more information we have, the sooner we find out that this is a wild goose chase, and then we'll be out of your hair. So if there is anything that you can tell us to help us, even point us in the right direction, the sooner we'll be gone, or the sooner we'll prove that this is nothing, and you can go back to your normal day-to-day life.
Look, whatever happens to those crystals, it isn't really my business. I look at the sheets, I see how many we've sold, how much we've got for it, and I manage this whole town. I got a whole bunch, a rabble to manage. If you want to find out more about whatever crystals, go talk to the miners who get them, or the foreman, or I don't know, even the people who go trade them. It's none of my business.
I mean, very
I'm
well.
gonna-
Sorry, go
While
ahead.
all this is happening, I want to take a look around the room. Like, I just kind of walk around the room and look at stuff and
Do
see
you
if
wanna
I
give
find
me
anything
an
suspicious.
investigation check then?
Yeah. Give me a second. D20 again?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What is it?
Wait. It's a 5.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is that with
Me-
your modifier?
No, without it.
Okay.
10. 10 with the modifier.
Alright. The 10's not great, I'll be honest. So, you kind of go around looking at things, maybe occasionally picking things up and putting them back down. The mayor gives you a bit of a look as you're doing this. You don't find anything in particular that's sketchy. But like, this whole place has a lot more valuable stuff than anywhere else. This place is clearly fancier than anywhere else you've seen so far. Especially like that Drow Boy's house. Even the sort of receptionist area doesn't really compare to this one room. It's not opulent, but for a very poor village, this is about as opulent as it gets. He has like metal statues and busts and various like coins from different places. He has like just a whole bunch of stuff that's clearly worth more than what most people have in this town.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna say, well, we only really came here to introduce ourselves and do the pleasant neighborly thing of letting you know that we were here. So if you're happy with that, then we shall leave you be.
Fine. Do whatever it is you're here to do, and then get out of my hair.
Okay, so unless anyone else has anything they want to do in here, I suggest we get out.
Nope.
Good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys head out. He just gives like a herm right as you leave. Just goes back to whatever he's doing. Receptionist's still not paying any attention.
Yeah.
The Drow Boy's just sort of stood in the corner looking kind of nervous and anxious as he has most of the time, to be honest.
I mean, as we're leaving, I'll beckon the Drow Boy over.
He scurries over Kind of walks with you.
Just out of interest, do you have any idea how valuable these crystals actually are? Because, and I mean, I don't mean any offense when I say this, but your village is not in the best state. But
We don't really deal in coin around here. Small place. There's not much need for currency.
Yeah, understandable.
But when we're trading with like the traders who come by, we can usually get most of what we need for like a great's worth. That's, I don't know, enough for the town to get whatever we need.
It'll be interesting to find out just what these crystals actually are, because I don't know, its general state of the area compared to the mayor's office tells me something of value is being traded, but the money isn't finding its way down to yourselves.
I mean, yeah, the mayor kind of, I don't know, fills his pockets. The rest of us are barely scraping by.
Yeah, you can see Faith's tail lashes around a bit as she's clearly upset by that idea.
Where exactly are we currently? Are we still in the mayor's
Yeah,
house?
you're in the reception area to the mayor's office.
Okay, I'm gonna like gesture that we move on like out of the general area and to somewhere different. If that makes sense.
All right. Do you guys want to maybe take a quick bathroom break here?
Yes, please.
All right.
My resources bin is getting rather full.
Just, you've talked to the mayor. He seems like a good place for a break.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Be right back.
And we're back. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, when we left off, you'd just spoken to the mayor, and he didn't seem particularly interested in helping you guys. So you were just leaving his office. So, where do you guys want to go now, or what do you want to do?
I imagine the first thing we're gonna want to do now is talk to the miners and find out more about what these crystals are and what actually is the problem. All we know at the moment is some crystals have supposedly gone missing, but we don't know the extent of the problem yet.
Right. Okay. The drow boy, you still haven't asked the name of, by the way. Yeah.
I mean, I rather assumed he would have told us when we introduced ourselves to him, but
Well, he didn't.
If he doesn't want to tell, it's fine.
Understandable. I'm just gonna keep calling him the drow boy.
I mean, it's awkward now, right? We've known him for days.
I mean, you've known him for like a few hours, and like
Well, there was the
5
entire
minutes
travel
before.
time.
Yeah, that was like an hour, and then like another half an hour or so in the boat.
Okay.
So you've known
Okay
him
then.
for
Alright,
about
Drow
like
boy. What is your name?
2 hours.
I want to know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't tell you before, right? It's Mikael.
Mikhail.
Yeah, not Michael, Mikael. People get that confused a lot.
Michael.
No, Mikael.
Good.
Right. So, if you guys said to him you want to go to the miners, then
I mean, I
then,
assume
then
everyone else is
Mikhail,
okay
yes.
with that.
right.
Yes, let's go talk to the miners.
He's like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. I don't really go back there, but I can take you to, I don't know, wherever you go in.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude, but who are you to these people?
I'm nobody. Look, I'm just trying to look after my mom. I just live
Which is
here.
understandable, but
I'm. You can see he's about like 16, 17. He clearly doesn't really have a role here. He doesn't seem to be important, especially given you saw his house, so.
and how he seems to duck out of the way as soon as we talk to anyone that is.
Yeah, more or less. Anyway, he leads you back down and sort of through some, you call them alleyways, but with it being on this sort of dock-like platform, it's not really an alley. But it leads you through and towards the back. And off the other side, you see it's kind of like the back face of the town is even worse than the front. There's like some amount of presentation put into the front, at least for like the people who live there's sake. The back, people don't really go there much, other than the miners. So it's not made to look nice at all. It's very flat, very kind of just a mess. But he takes you back, and the dock there is a bit more rickety than the one you docked at before. But once again, he takes you in a boat. And he starts taking you a bit further in. And you reach a point where the water becomes shallow enough that it's only like up to like your ankles. And he has to stop the boat there. There's another place to like sort of hitch it up so it doesn't drift away, but it's not really a dock this time because it's so shallow. And it's just through here, further in. Like I said, I've
Who
never
would you
really been there.
recommend? You've never been here. Do you know
I've
who
been
would
like,
you recommend we talk
I
to?
tried asking, but it's not a place I really go. So,
But do you know who's in charge?
you could probably find like a foreman or something.
Not someone you'd know the name of?
Not really.
Okay.
The mining
Okay.
and the, I don't know, extraction of these crystals isn't really my business. It's not something I'm involved with. I just know that our town needs them.
So you never went and asked them to find out where the
I
crystals were
did
going?
try. They kind of brushed me off, and then I tried asking for the foreman. Apparently he was busy. I don't know how much I believe that.
Okay. Well, let's go find someone to talk to.
He once again doesn't seem incredibly keen to follow you guys over here. He's kind of just like, I'll stay at the boat. You guys can poke around and see what you can find.
I'm gonna do the same trick I did with the Zulil, and that I'm just gonna hook my arm around his and sort of half pull him along behind us.
Okay. And just like follows reluctantly. Okay. So you guys
I seem to have forgotten what I was worried about.
okay. You guys head further in, and most of like the entrance area as you're going, well, it's not really an entrance, but you know, the place as you pass through, a lot of it's already clearly been like extracted. There's like little bits carved out of the walls. There's clearly nothing like valuable left in the sort of walls of this cavern. Not as you're just entering into this sort of big, vast cavernous area, which you would assume is probably round about like the belly of the beast, by this point. But as you head further in, you do see start to see like tiny little sort of sparkles in the walls. And as you go further in, you can hear like clang, 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 as people are clearly like busy working in here. And you're greeted by the sight of just a bunch of very sweaty, dirty miners just using pickaxes and various tools, just hitting away at the rocks. There's, in the places they've started to sort of clear out, as well as a few like just poking out the walls, you can see more of these like actual like full-formed crystals kind of jutting out. They're sort of like a purplish blue, and they're glowing ever so slightly.
Okay, well, who do we think
Can I-
out of us would be the best person to take a look at these crystals?
I would like to have a look and see if they have magic abilities.
Right. Do you have anything that might help you with that, or do you just want to make an Arcana check?
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think you have any spells or anything that would help with that, or features.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me an
Maybe
Arcana
Arcana, yeah.
check.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on. I rolled 18 plus 4, 22.
Right, pretty good, pretty good. So, you approach one of the more exposed crystals that's not currently being extracted. Like, there's no one working on this particular one. Looking at it, I mean, first of all, this thing's glowing, which is kind of a big tip-off that, yeah, there's some magic going on here. But as you look deeper into it, you can see there's almost like a sort of swirling, it's almost like smoke inside in a way. Just sort of gently moving and swirling around inside of it. In fact, less like smoke and more almost like the appearance of like glitter or powder in water. Like, not necessarily this thing is liquid inside per se, but it just gives that sort of appearance.
Okay, cool. I want one.
You want one? Are you gonna try to take one, or are you just gonna continue? I mean, you've been promised that you're gonna
I'll
maybe
one
get
at
some
the end.
anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. I
Okay.
will wait for now.
As for Vi, your question, You don't immediately see anyone who looks incredibly in charge. There's the miners working away. There's a couple people who are like, quote unquote, supervising, in the sense that like having someone to make sure you don't get killed by like, I don't know, falling rocks or swinging a pickaxe wrong or something. They're more just lazing about and just vaguely keeping an eye on things, but they don't really look like higher in station than like the other workers. It's more just like their designated lookout for the day. There's like a couple of them.
Well, if no one else has any ideas, I think I'm just gonna shout at someone and see who comes running.
Is there like the extracted material laying around, or?
There's definitely some. There's like a crate, with like a bunch of quite raw, unpolished, still dirty ones, like they haven't been cleaned, just in a box. And then there's like some carts, not like full mine carts, they're more like just sort of wooden carts with a couple wheels, that have some of the more like in the box there's some of like the little shard ones and some of the chipped ones and some of the dirty ones. In the like cart there's a lot of the nicer ones, a little bit like more solid or larger.
Okay, then I'll just walk and try to grab one of the nice ones.
You immediately, upon walking towards this with your eyes set on it, hear a shout, "Hey!" And some dude just starts walking up to you. Yeah, he doesn't seem particularly happy by the sight of you walking towards this with any kind of intent.
Hello.
What are you doing here? Who even are you?
I look at Faith.
The dude looks up at Faith as well. Just like, well, who the heck are you?
That's an interesting question. Who the heck are you? I'm looking
Who
for
the heck am I? I work here.
Well, that's painfully obvious, but who's in charge?
I don't know, it ain't me. It's the guys in charge.
Well, surely you should know who's in charge if you work here.
Sure, but tell me, why the heck would I tell you that when you just walked in here, you won't even tell me who you are, and
We've been
going straight for these
yeah.
crystals?
Well, I'm not going straight for the crystals.
Yeah, but
There's
this
quite
one
a nice
was.
distinction there. But I'm led to understand that you have a problem with some crystals going missing, so it's interesting to see how you're on top of things you are there. We've been asked to help identify why these crystals are going missing. So I'd like to talk to whoever's in charge.
I bet it was this one, and he like points to the drow boy, to Mikael.
Well, that's certainly an interesting theory, but maybe if you could point us in the direction of your supervisor?
Look, I'll tell you,
manager?
this one came along bothering us not 2 weeks ago. Comes over, he's messing around with all the workers, he's bothering us all with all these questions, trying to ask to see supervisors, and we just kicked him right out. Why are you even back
How long
here?
ago was it that the crystals started going missing?
Look, ain't no crystals gone missing from us. We just
Not
take
from
them off the
you.
walls, put them in the carts, they go off and we never see them again, and that's our job. That's all we do.
So if the
They go get
crystals-
traded away.
If the crystals haven't gone missing from you, who have they gone missing from?
Look, I don't know what kind of accusations you're making here, but none of us are stealing nothing. We're just
I'm
doing our
not
jobs,
accusing anyone
working
of
our
stealing.
hands to the bone, trying to make sure this town gets by. And you know what we get in return? Dinner on our plate and clothes on our back. That's it.
My assumption was never that you were stealing the crystals, but that something was happening in the village as a whole. If the crystals aren't going missing from the mine, then perhaps you can point us in the right direction.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, that would be natural 20 for 25.
Oof. Alright,
let's go.
fine. You know what? I have noticed meals are getting smaller. clearly something's up. Just, I don't know what. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they're going missing. It ain't nothing to do with us. We just take them out and put them in the carts. You want to know where they go after that? Go follow the people who take the carts down.
Thank you very much for your help.
Can I do two things here?
Sure, what do you want to do?
Well, Faith and the miner are talking. I want to sneak up to the cart and take one of the crystals and take a closer look at them.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I just want to take a closer look at them.
Immediately see Clue trying to do it. And he is like very close now. He saw Clue from like across the room, and now he's standing pretty much right next to this cart.
Yeah, but he's distracted with talking to Faith.
Alright, tell you what, give me a sleight of hand
And it's
check.
not like I'm stealing them. It's not like I'm stealing them. I'm just...
Yeah, but just because he didn't even want Ravel's character walking towards them with any kind of intent. So give me a sleight of hand to see if you can, like, you know, like pick one of them up without him noticing.
D20 again.
Yeah.
$21.
Alright, that's really good. Sure enough, as you said, he is a bit distracted talking with Faith, and you manage to be kind of behind them enough that his vision's kind of blocked of whatever you're doing. So you look in and you pick one up. And what do you want to do with them? What are you looking to do with them?
I just look at it. I try and understand. Like, this is one of the more refined crystals.
Not so much refined, but like, yeah, one of the larger ones and one of like the better ones of the batch.
Yeah, I take a look at it, and I didn't think I'd get this far, to be honest. I see if I can think of any uses for the crystals if I've seen them before.
Do you want to maybe give me a history or arcana check to see if you can recall any times you may have seen them before or seen them used?
Yeah.
Just whichever you prefer, history or arcana.
Oh, it's 10. It's 10 for either.
Oh, okay. I'll say, I'll say we'll go with history. Just to recall things. You've not really seen them used in anything that you've interacted with. There's nothing you'd really know. You're sure they'd have some use somewhere, but it's nothing that you would have used them for. So you don't really know.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket the crystal.
I'm quite tempted to. You said pocket, right? You're gonna steal one.
Yeah. For now.
Oh, I understood. Talk at the crystal.
I want you to give me another sleight of hand. You managed to pick one up without him noticing, but like whether you can put this in your pocket and walk away without it jutting out or him noticing it or anything.
Oh, it's 21 again.
21 again. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure enough. You just put it in your bag. No one even saw anything. Just very casual. And just act like you own it.
Okay.
I just look at him. I look at him angrily.
I go up to the miner and just give him a day's worth of ration. Out of my explorer pack.
Oh, why are you giving me this?
You're doing a lot of good work down here, and we're trying to figure things out as well. Take this as a token of our gratitude for helping us out.
Okay. Thanks. Much appreciated. He looks rather confused about this. He just, he's not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. He's told you what he needs to. He just wanders off and goes back to kind of lazing and like overseeing things. Just, looking at this ration. Maybe he starts picking at it and eating a little bit.
I mean, like, a slice of bread is probably the best bribe ever, right? Okay.
That's some good
The
bread.
greatest trade deal in history. Take a crystal,
Nice.
give a piece of bread.
Yeah, have a sandwich. I
I
like
felt
it.
bad for just stealing the crystal.
I'll take it if it was pumpkin bread.
Okay, so unless anyone else has anything to add, I'm gonna turn to Mikhail and say, so I think I'm gonna be right in assuming that everyone's gonna deny that the crystals are going missing where they are, but I think these guys are reasonably trustworthy. I think whatever the issue is, it doesn't seem like it's at the mine.
I think everyone here has a not my problem attitude, to be honest.
It certainly seems that way.
Yeah.
Do you guys? I don't know. Maybe you know. Maybe I need to scream at the supervisor some more. But do you keep track of how much you actually mine?
I mean, that's not really something that I would do. I'm sure someone must. Like,
I mean,
I don't know. He said they take them on the carts, so
yeah.
I
Do you know
assume
where these
someone...
carts go?
You can follow the tracks. And sure enough, there's like, there's like tracks from these carts that are kind of like have gone along. And left behind like the trail from the wheels as they've gone back and forth many times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure paperwork will be forged. If someone's deliberately stealing these things, paperwork will be forged. Even if there is any. So, trying to find a record of what's actually harvested from the mine seems like it could be useful, but it would also potentially be a fool's errand. Because even if they are going missing at the mine level, the paperwork will just be adjusted.
Mhm.
So, how do you know the crystals are going missing? Like,
I mean, that we all know that something's going on. We all know there's like been less and less to trade. The guys who actually take them out to trade them have been coming back with less and less stuff. And it's not like the value is going down. People still need these. We just don't have as many to give away.
but obviously you can only talk in genialities, something like that. But the output from the mine doesn't seem to have decreased.
I mean, look around and sure enough, like this whole cavern is covered in crystals and like it goes way further back. We're still fairly early into this cavern. And they've stripped like the earlier mines, like the earlier walls of the cavern. This is still pretty rich what they're at now, and it goes way further back, so there's clearly
And you
not a
have
shortage.
You have just as many people mining now as you did before. So
Yeah,
there's
nothing's changed for that.
there's no reason to suspect that the output from the mine has decreased.
No. I mean, not that I can tell. You can ask around some more, but I don't think so.
I mean, I may as well chase after the supervisor a little bit and ask the same question.
Mm-hmm. So are you going for the same guy that Zulil gave the rations to, or?
I mean, I can start there. Like, at least he's actually answering questions.
Alright. So you just go wander up to him and then start asking him. Alright.
Just like cough discreetly behind him and just be like, just one more thing in my best Columbo impression.
Oh, what? I'm sorry. What is it?
I'm just curious. The output from the mine, I assume it's remained constant throughout this entire time.
Yep, steady as ever.
Okay. And there's been no calamity, no shortage of workers. Everything's just stayed the same.
I mean, more or less, our storeroom caved in a while back, so we switched to a bigger one. That was months ago, though.
Okay.
That's about it. Nothing
No,
else.
that's. And where do these crystals go after you're finished with them?
Like I said, we put them in the carts. They get taken away to the storage rooms. Then I don't know, the trading people come and take them outside for the traders.
And
I assume they get like cleaned and stuff. You know.
I'd assume so too. Do you keep a record of the output of the mine at all?
I don't, but the guys over in the storage room would.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Right. I'm gonna get back to work.
No worries.
And as you walk away, he continues to just laze around.
Work.
I mean, that's work, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah,
network
sure.
is a very intense thing to do, right?
Surely.
I mean, you guys got any ideas? Do you want to poke around the mine some more, or?
I want to talk to one of the miners. The
Okay.
normal miners.
Alright. I mean, they're all kind of normal miners, but you know, there's just some like watching over. You want to talk to the ones
that
actually
at
like
least
digging?
mine.
Yeah. Alright. So you go wander over to one of them. He's just kind of, you know, they've got a number of tools. It's not just swing pickaxe at wall. There's like a lot of tools to extract these crystals neatly without destroying them. So there's like chisels and brushes and all sorts. He's like currently taking a chisel and kind of like, this one's mostly exposed, so he's just like hammering a chisel in to try and like dislodge it. What do you say to him?
Hello.
God, I've got to
course.
think of a voice that isn't your jaw.
What?
Well, what do you want?
What's it doing?
I'm working?
I want shiny thing.
I'm not really allowed to give you no shiny things.
Why?
Cause they're dock my pay?
This one
No.
have
No.
why not?
I just told you.
But there are a lot.
Ain't my business. I just do as I'm told. I gotta mine these crystals, get ever so many out a week, and then I get paid. I ain't paid in, you know, bread and stuff I need.
Oh, you want bread? My
Not
friend gave
right
bread.
now.
I couldn't give bread for a shiny thing.
Look, I don't want to lose my job over nothing, so. He just seems very confused by this goblin.
Faith, do you wanna go grab the little one?
Oh no, this is too adorable.
He's just a little one.
Can I go over to Clue as well and just I forgot what I was gonna do.
Can I grab this one here?
No. Yeah,
He's not
give me a
meant to
persuasion check.
Sure. Boop. Oh, God. That would be 20.
20.
Funny, that's pretty good.
Alright, so he stops like chiseling at this one and goes, look, I can't really give you one of these, but like, just between you and me, see that box over there, that crate? It's got a lot of the rejects in there. You take one of the little shards, ain't no one gonna stop you.
They shiny.
They sure are.
Okay.
Alright.
Just walk there.
He just looks confused and after a few seconds goes back to chiseling this thing. So you're walking over to the crate full of kind of broken
Yeah,
ones and
yes,
stuff.
we- Yeah, I grab one.
Alright. You can pick a fairly small one. It's a bit sharp because this is like a shard that clearly broke off of a bigger one. But yeah, it's small, but it's a thing.
I'll keep it.
Okay. You have just like a little shard of this crystal now.
I want to show it to the face. Because why not?
Okay, I'm just gonna scratch Clue behind the ears and just be like, yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not really getting the sense of panic that we were getting from like the mayor. Like whatever's going on, these guys very much have a "it's not us that's the problem" attitude about them. Is that something you'd agree with, or you're just gonna
No,
stare at me blankly?
No.
Sorry, I agree. I think the mayor's hiding something.
Oh, definitely. Like but
Yeah, for
the
sure.
thing is, like, the mayor could be hiding a million things. He's obviously, or it appears that he's skimming off the top, right? Like, when you compare the state of the village versus how opulent his abode is, he's blatantly far more wealthy than anyone else here.
Yes.
Sure.
I think the only way we're gonna see if the mine is a problem is if we stake out here for days, and I don't think we want to do that. I think we need to follow this trail along and see what's happening at the warehouse. Because, like, if I was gonna be, and I'm no criminal genius, but if I was gonna be stealing stuff, the warehouse or the route to the warehouse strikes me as the most obvious place to do it.
Yep, I agree. Smart thinking.
Alright,
It's
so
more
you...
stealing off the profits instead of the crystals itself as well. No, no, don't worry about me. I'm just tired.
Okay, so I think we dragging Mikhail along with us. I think if we start following this track.
Alright. So you're going to see where the carts go.
Yeah.
Alright. So fair enough. Oh, sorry.
I would say if Zalil could keep an eye out and see if he sees anywhere along the path that strikes him as like an obvious intercept point.
With that, we can either go with your passive perception, or you could make a perception check to like actively look out for that if you want to, Lil.
I think I'm gonna actively look out for it.
Alright, if you want to make a roll for that then. Regardless, I won't take it as worse than your passive perception, but...
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
What was it? Okay. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll just treat it as more of your passive perception then, for the sake of just this. Right, so you follow these tracks, and I mean, at times it gets a little sludgy, you know, with the water, and the tracks kind of aren't that visible, but for the most part you manage to follow them through, and there's Zulil, you notice the tracks veer off in another direction very faintly. That has clearly been like worn away now over time. Whereas the more like fresher tracks from this head off to the right. There's another set heading off to the left. Like the main set of tracks go to the right.
We're with like just our group and
Mikael, yeah.
Mikael, yeah. So I think yeah. Sorry.
What?
There's a. Go ahead.
Huh?
What?
Oh no, we're all waiting with bated breath for you to tell us what you were about to say.
Yeah. Look, sorry, I'm a bit tired. My brain doesn't
It's okay.
really function.
It's understandable.
Yeah, there's a. I think Zul just says there's a thing that might be a track to the left here, a bit faded, a bit worn away, and I look at Mikhail and ask if he knows anything about that, about like a storage room that used to be there possibly.
Well, he
Or
did
like
say
another
that there
mine.
was a cave-in at the old storage room, but he said that was a couple of months ago, not like massively long ago. So it very much is going to depend on how faded these tracks are. Because they would have obviously moved to a new storage room. But from what the miners were telling us, that was fairly recently.
They do look a few months old, yeah. Like, they're still visible enough that, you know, Zulil could see them. But they're faded in the sense that they've, like, not been used anymore and people have, like, trodden over the area and stuff.
Okay, so we should take a mental note of where this other old track is. But for now, I suggest we carry on with the current path, because whatever's going on hasn't stopped when they moved storehouse. The one thing we don't know is if it occurred in the old storehouse and the new storehouse. It's definitely occurring in the new storehouse because it's happening now. Is that... Can we ask Mikhail that? How long has the suspected theft been going on? Has it been... Did it start before the storehouse moved?
I mean, people only started noticing after things started getting short, you know? Less food,
Yeah.
less medicine, less clothes, that sort of thing. Less materials. So it could have been going on for a few weeks longer than that, but people noticed at least a month or so ago.
Okay, so by the sound of it, whatever, if people noticed it about a month ago, and we're going to assume it's been happening for some time before then I think it's reasonable to assume that it started happening once the storehouse was moved. It'd be interesting to see whether this cave-in at the old storehouse was natural or not. But I think we can look at that in a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah, the question might also be if there's someone else who got assigned to the new storehouse because the one and the old one died in the cave-in. So, which would mean that the new one is, I'm gonna call it corrupt. And the old one wasn't. If that makes sense.
Are you just saying this to the group, or Mikael, or?
I'm thinking out loud. I'm not saying it to anyone
Okay.
specifically. I'm just kind of thinking out loud.
Mm-hmm. Right, so what are you guys doing? Following the main tracks?
I guess.
Unless anyone else wants to take us off in a different direction, I think that's the way to go for now.
Yeah, I
Hey.
think I think we follow the main road and then just backtrack, and look at the old storehouse, or we assume to be the old storehouse, later on.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Hmm.
So you guys head through into an area that again kind of opens up. At first it's very like very sort of like narrow going around a corner, but then it opens up into like another cavernous area. Much smaller than the one that they were digging in. Much, much smaller. But sure enough, there's like sort of boarded up walls. Like it's more like a fence with a gate on it, made out of wood. But it's like the closest you get to walls in these sort of caves and tunnels. The door is currently open, and you can see some like warm light coming from within.
If we suspect that whatever's happening is happening here, do we want to have a look around before they know we're here? Like, check the perimeter for any obvious signs of intrusion?
I mean, I
Okay.
was gonna suggest that I take a look through the hole, in well, I assume there's a hole if we can see the light coming through,
The
and
door was
just take a
kind of
look through
open,
that.
like the gate.
Okay,
It's lights
Yeah,
from inside the room.
yeah, like I just take a peek through that,
Okay.
like sneakily without being noticed.
It seems like they've carved out like a warehouse or storehouse in there, sure enough. There's a bunch of like spare carts, there's some still loaded up. There's like I'd say about like 5 people in there, currently. Just kind of going about their business. A lot of like crates and boxes and these carts are all like filled up with these crystals and stuff. Not a lot of them, but like, you know, there's definitely a decent amount ready to be taken to the next shipment or the next like trade.
Are there any like numbers on them, or like anything written on them, or are they just like
Like on the
plain
crates.
boxes?
They're just
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
on the
like
crate.
wooden crates. They're not so much
There's
like
nothing on them.
neatly organized as just a place to store these crystals. You notice
Okay.
that, I will say, there's not an incredible amount. Like, these boxes aren't huge, and there's a lot of empty boxes around as well. But like for the most part, there's a decent enough amount here.
Okay, I stop looking through the door slit and go back to the group and tell them what I just saw.
Okay.
Okay. I think the first thing we want to do here is to say look for any, like the obvious thing is maybe someone's sneaking in and stealing some. So maybe the first thing we want to do is take a look around on the outside and see if we can find if there's anywhere someone's broken in. And if that fails, then we go with the old-fashioned approach and just kind of walk in and tell them that the mayor sent us to investigate and have a rummage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so are you gonna go in and talk to them?
Well, I think the first thing we want to patrol, like walk around the outside and see if we can find any evidence that someone's broken in.
Right, okay. Do you want to give me investigation? I'll say anyone can make this. I think Zulil might have the best one, but...
I think he's got the best chance, because mine's -1 on this, so that's a whopping 6. So...
I just got a 20.
Oh, nice.
Well, I got investigation -1, so I guess it's 19.
19. Was it a natural 20 though? Like, you rolled 20?
Yeah, I rolled
Alright.
20 and I have -1, so.
Okay. So, looking around, you don't see anything like particularly broken per se. Like nothing's damaged. There's no signs of like someone trying to crowbar anything or anything like that. Yeah, it really doesn't look like anyone's like broken into the place. And I mean, like I said, the door's just open anyway, so there isn't a whole lot of need, certainly not while it's in use anyway. But there's no sense of anyone breaking in after hours either.
Is there a lock on the door?
It's hard to say without going inside because the lock would be on like the other side of the door. Funny enough.
Okay.
Go in, I guess.
I mean, I would suggest if we go in there, I'll try and keep whoever's in charge talking, and that Zulil and anyone else that thinks they're reasonably good at taking a look starts investigating while I try and talk to them. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Oh my god.
How you doing?
Yeah? Okay, so we may as well go in there then, and I'll immediately sort of cough to let my presence be known and ask to see whoever's in charge.
Alright, so you head in, and like I said, there's a handful of people in there, about 5 or 6. They all immediately turn around and look at you, and one of them, who is not exactly well dressed, but he's got a bit more of like a shirt and slacks on, and you know, like suspenders. He kind of turns and is like, "I'm the foreman. What's up? Can I help you?"
I'm hoping you'll be able to help me. We've been sent by the mayor to investigate some missing crystals, and we're tracing the route that the crystals take, so I hope you don't mind too much if we have a bit of a rummage, and you can tell me what you know about these missing crystals, if anything at all.
Right. Did you say the mayor sent you, or?
Yes.
Right. Okay. You're welcome to have a look around, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I assume you're aware that some of these crystals have been missing. This
I
can't
mean-
be coming as a surprise to you.
Are you sure the mayor sent you?
I'm certain we're here with the mayor's blessing.
Did he give you
100%.
Did he give you like a letter or something?
Is he renowned for doing that? I got very much the
receptionist
impression
is.
that the mayor doesn't really give a crap.
If you're working with the mayor, then why are you insulting him?
Isn't it normal to insult your boss?
Sure up
It
not,
seems-
considering I'm the boss around here.
Oh. Okay.
Right. Well, I guess you can look around. Don't touch anything though. He just
Why
doesn't
not?
look. He doesn't look very convinced. He does not look like he believes you. Why not? Because I don't want you breaking nothing or taking nothing.
Well, you don't seem particularly surprised by the news that crystals have gone missing, but you also don't seem to care.
Yeah, I blame the other guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you keep records of what's been mined and how much is coming in and how much is going out?
Of course we do. What do you take me for? I do my dumb job.
I assumed you do, but I still have to ask the question. Can we see these records?
Tell you what. You go back to the mayor, get him to give you a piece of paper saying he sent you, then I'll let you. Because I ain't buying that the mayor sent you
Well,
guys.
I'd have loved to been able to make a persuasion check there, but apparently no.
No, he's not convinced whatsoever. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Can I just start sneaking around during this? Oh,
Sneaking around how? You are in quite a lit room with a bunch of people in it.
yeah, but there's boxes. I can hide behind the boxes.
There
And
is, but
and the
are you just going
and
to
He
the
go
kind of
hide
gave us
behind a
permission
box?
take a
to
look
look around.
around.
He did.
He gave us permission to look around.
He
Exactly.
did. He doesn't seem happy about it, but
No.
he gave you permission to look, not so much touch anything, and he doesn't seem to want to give you any answers.
That's fine. Can I go deeper into the storage room? Like two places I've not seen through the slit?
I mean, yeah, are you trying to sneak past him, or are you just like, yeah, you give us permission, I'll just walk?
I'll just walk past him.
Alright. He kind of eyes you up as you do
He
it,
gave
but
us
he lets you
permission.
past. You go further in. It's not like this is a huge place. Like, you can see the back of the room from when you come in. I mean, all that's back there is like a desk, a bunch of papers on it, some like, you know, a lantern, some more crates and stuff. Some tools.
Are there any like hidden places? Like
Do you want to give me an
things I get like.
investigation check?
Don't know what. Before I do that, what I meant is, are there any like corners I couldn't see from the door slit that were hidden but now are revealed by me walking forwards into the room?
No, like I said,
Like
you
that.
could kind of see the back of the room from where you came in. It's not a huge place. There's nothing particularly like hidden, no like corners or anything.
Okay, I'll search for something hidden then. Like if there's
All right.
what's the word? Like a secret entrance kind of thing, or like a secret stash. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you want to give me an investigation roll then?
No, it's bad. 12.
12. Yeah, there's not really anything like hidden around the place. You're not seeing much. It is very much just a storeroom.
I kind of want to talk to
Okay.
one of the other guys.
I mean, they're all just standing
Again.
around currently, so. The other guys is in the
Okay.
other guys in the room, or the other guys like the people back where you were before?
I mean, the other guys in the storage room.
Okay, yeah. Alright. So what do you go and say?
Oh, I say, hello.
Ah?
Know who steal crystals?
No? Should I?
You steal crystals?
No.
Crystals are gone?
Apparently.
You know about crystals that are gone?
Not that are gone. I know about crystals. We work with them.
I want to know more about crystals.
They're shiny and very expensive.
I know, shiny.
They're used for magic or some such.
That's not a lot. You said you knew a lot.
I know how to dig them out of the ground. And I know about our procedure here and our operation.
Who wants to steal crystals?
You tell me.
But no.
Look, if I knew who was going around stealing crystals, we wouldn't have a problem.
Oh. Sure.
Great. Glad we
Right.
have an understanding.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. This little one's with you lot. He just kind of gestures to the rest of you. He's asking if the small gobbo is with you guys.
Oh, the TK's gone.
TK vanished. Oh no.
TK?
Sorry, I think my mic hasn't been working this whole time. It's
Oh.
fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't
yeah.
heard from you in a while.
God.
Oh no.
It's fine. Yeah, we should collect our little gremlin.
But people know who stole crystals, no?
I think the people know, they're not interested in helping in any way, shape, or form. I'm assuming the crystals stay here, like the next place they go. I mean, I can ask the workers. Do the crystals go anywhere after this, or
Nah, we
is this just where they're kept till they're traded?
yeah, we keep them here for the most part. They do get like polished by some other folks, but they always come back. They don't like stay there. They just go out, get polished, come back here, and then we
You've
keep
never
them
had
stored.
any. The crystals going out for polishing match the crystals that come back. I assume.
Yeah, we keep a record
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Who takes the crystals away for trade?
That'd be like the trade guys. They just come back here, load them up on the boats. We take the carts out to the dock. They put them on the boats in the crates. Take them out. Take them outside to trade.
Trade.
I want to try something. I'm going to use Mind Link, which is my... Yeah, it's the Kalashtar ability.
Yes,
you
I'm
can
just
see-
trying to feel my light. Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm going to use it on, like, one after each other and use it on the entire party. And just say, I have an idea. I'm going to create an illusion outside and try to get them to move outside, like out the room. Don't move, like stay in this room. I'm gonna walk to the door, create minor illusion as far away as I can,
30
and
feet.
just have 30 feet, yeah,
Mhm.
and just have someone scream in pain. Or like have the sound of someone screaming in pain happen.
Okay. Alright, the guys immediately kind of react quite shocked. Most of them go run off to go see what's happened. They're like, what was that? The guy in charge doesn't seem as concerned, but he does kind of go. He like sort of walks away, walks backwards with his eyes on you, and is like, you know, like keeping his eye on you, and then he walks out of the room to check on it.
Can I close the door and and lock it?
You can. I doubt they'll be happy, but you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Alright, you close the door, and it's got a bolt lock. You can see from the inside it's just a sliding bolt. It's a bit weird
Okay.
that there's a bolt from the inside, but you know. Sure enough, you lock the door. And they're locked out. One of them almost immediately realizes what's happened and kind of starts banging on the door. The others seem to have gone further in to check out the screen.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking at the desk and all the stuff that's written down.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Well, that's good. That's very good. 25.
That is very good. You find a whole bunch of like letters and notes from the mayor, just generally sort of asking about the shipments. There is certain mention of crystals going missing, but he basically says about like, you know, don't worry about it, like don't bring it up, don't do much. It's like it's none of your concern, more or less. Yeah, the letters are like vaguely mention about the disappearances and say like it's none of your concern, it's being dealt with or something. And like there's a couple notes about like, well, it more says like say it's none of your concern. But like there's a couple notes saying about the shipments, asking like how many there is and like when they're ready to be shipped and whatnot, and when they're going out for the traders.
Okay. I'm gonna grab another crystal and just give it to Ravel. I forgot her name.
Clue, I guess.
Don't have a name.
Clue. Yes, I'll just give it to Clue and tell her to keep quiet about it.
Okay.
And that's all I'll do for now.
So, just to keep track, Clue has a small shard of one. You've just given them a full one. I forget. Tori, did you take one earlier? Or did you...
Yeah, I took one.
No.
I also wrote it down in
No,
like
I
the
didn't.
character sheet thing.
Wait, did you
I just
have
called it magic
another
crystal.
one as well, Zula?
No, I didn't take one.
Hey, Zula, like, are you saying that you have one that you didn't give to Ravel? You took one earlier? Yes,
I
you
took
did.
one
We did
earlier,
that.
the
You
one
rolled
that
a 21 twice, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I wrote that down in my character sheet as well.
okay.
I'm just giving like Clue another one.
Okay. Yeah.
Like
sorry, I was just making a note to make sure I've got it.
Okay, no worries. I also wrote down that I like lost 1 day worth of rations.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you're in this room. You found the letters. There's a guy banging on the door. Weirdly enough, after like not that long pounding at the door, he just kind of stops and it's quiet.
I'm gonna assume we want to get out of here before the guards turn up.
Also, I'm assuming because the deadlock is on the inside, there's another way in. So should we find the other way out?
I mean, are you gonna look around a lot?
Yeah, let's. I think we should look around
Alright.
for another way out.
Yeah. Zulil already looked around while there was people in the room kind of watching. Do you want to give another investigation check? Just anyone in the party? Now that you're able to rummage a bit more?
Let me see.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. That's a 2.
I got 16.
I got a 10.
16? Mami, are you doing one?
Yeah, sorry. 17.
17, okay. Two of you did pretty good there. So, you guys, now that there aren't people watching over you, you're able to rummage a bit more, move some crates over, shove things. Behind, like, there's like a crate. It's an empty crate, and then you move that aside, and there's like the lid of the crate resting against the wall. You move that aside and find that there's like weird sort of scratches on the floor beneath where that sort of was. And there's like a little bit of like a seam on the wall.
Okay, so should we try and open it?
Okay. What are you guys
Um,
how are you gonna try to open this? 'Cause there's no like obvious handle. This isn't so much like a door.
I knock on the door, even if it's not a door.
You knock. Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Oh no. Does it sound like it's hollow though?
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds kinda like plywood or something.
I mean, if it's soft
Can we
enough,
try and
maybe I'll
break
try
it?
breaking it. But I think we
Yeah.
should let Zalil take a look at it first and see if he can find an opening mechanism.
Oh man, so I was just going to suggest maybe just
I mean,
storming
this
it
is-
and trying to pry it open.
It didn't really get
But
any
yeah.
of that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll do what Vi suggested.
Okay. Do you want to give me a sleight of hand check?
Sleight of hand
Yeah.
should be pretty good. 19.
Yeah. Yeah, as this is like a thin facade, it's just been like kind of placed over it. It just sort of slots into place. You just like shift it to the side a little, and then it's just like a plank almost. It's like a just a board that can be taken out. Kind of made to look like the stone a bit.
Okay.
So it comes out. And behind it is not so much like a secret passageway as you might expect, but just like a tunnel.
Oh,
Is it more like
Can
a
we
crawl
fit in the
space,
tunnel?
or
Sorry, what did you guys say?
Can we all fit in the tunnel?
Yeah, it's like wide enough that you wouldn't fit like a large cart down, but one of like the smaller carts around would probably fit through. So you can all go through just fine.
so it's kind of like a crawl space?
It's a bit bigger than a crawl space. It's reasonable.
Okay.
Right, well, should we try and escape?
I'm
Okay,
I'm gonna look at Faith and just gesture and like after you.
Oh dear. Okay, so I'll keeping my shield in front of me. I'll go down first.
Okay. So as you go through, it starts to open up again. You guys pull up. Okay, you guys end up in a bit more of an open cavern that passes through this area. And there's like plenty of like crystal still on the walls and the floor here and stuff. But you notice there's some strange sort of glowing things in the like shallowish water around this. Because it starts to dip back down into the water again.
Is it the same glow that the crystals have, or the
It's
same
more the
glow
glow like the algae.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
It'd be interesting to know if the warehouse workers knew about this. I assume someone did, but we probably need to check that water line. Because if it's what I suspect, then this is just a smuggler's cove, right?
Okay.
Like if this...
Are you-
We need to check and see if the water line actually goes somewhere.
As you're passing through this space, you hear a strange gurgling noise. I would like you to roll initiative.
Yay!
And I'm gonna figure out how
All
the
of it?
heck I add this map into the scene. I know
Oh,
where
this
it's
is
supposed to
gonna
go,
be
but
fun.
I gotta do a browser sauce, and yeah, this will be great.
Should all of us roll initiative? Or
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, everyone rolls.
Right, you're
Is it
gonna see
also
my
just
whole
a
browser
D20?
for a second stream, probably. I apologize, but
Not the
it's fine.
magic.
Is it just a D20 again?
Yeah, it's D20 plus your initiative bonus.
Oh god.
Well, yours should be quite good because it's your dex
No.
bonus, if I remember. I mean, it can't be
I
much
can't-
worse than mine.
Wait, wrong thing, wrong thing.
I got 7.
I can't
Yeah,
see
it's,
the
it's actually
initiative.
better than mine.
Oh,
Can you guys
God.
just keep note while I try and sort out this window capture? The joys of trying
Yeah,
to
no
stream
worries.
this. Window capture.
I can't find the initiative thing.
That existing.
What's your dex bonus?
No, is it display capture?
Dexterity. One?
Display
Yes.
window.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll d6 and then add d6. Roll d20 and add 1.
Oh, this is 30. Okay. So it's 5 plus 1.
Oh,
Oh
there we go.
god, we're
Okay,
all
I'm not-
doing great on initiative rolls.
Just fixing this. Don't mind me. This is all fine. Streaming, am I right?
Oh, wow.
So we just need TK's initiative?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I can.
I
I don't
Alright,
know
so-
if I'm blind or if I.
Nope. How do I crop this?
Oh, I couldn't find initiative. Sorry. Okay.
Was dexterity, right?
Yeah, it should just be your dex
Yeah,
bonus plus d20.
I got 11. I got
Okay.
11.
So TK's
Wow.
super fast compared to the rest of us.
Vi, do you know if there's a way to crop things in OBS?
There
Yeah.
is, you have to go to transform.
Edit transform?
Yeah,
Let me just see. Crop
and then you
left
can
and right.
scale it in from top, bottom, left, or right by number of pixels.
Okay, let me attempt to do this. Yeah, let's cut off like half the map. It's fine, I'm totally have this figured out. Planned in advance.
It's our first time, people. It's our first time.
It do be the first time, but okay, there covers that one. So I can take this one in. Bit more than that actually. That's fine, I guess. That can be mostly seen. I'll let me screen. Actually, can I screen share everything without showing everything else? What's the best way of doing this? If I pull this out, is it gonna? Okay, I can do this, and then it's not letting me change to the other window. Damn it! Ah, the joys of this. How do I get this
Perhaps
to
you could have
be
tested
the
it.
right one? I could have, couldn't I? That would have been smart, wouldn't it? I'm really, really good at this guy. Okay. Tell you what, I'll
Well, you
pull
live and
this
you learn.
out here, and then I will take that out. There we go. Okay, okay. You guys can see that now. So
Wait, I have to take my phone.
I will try and screen share through Discord.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
Here we go.
You
Okay.
guys should be able to see them.
Yep.
I see.
Okay. So, as you guys pass through this space, you hear a strange gurgling noise, and suddenly, these weird creatures jump out at you that are like. They're like if you took an anglerfish and gave it frog legs, more or less.
Frogfish.
More or
Okay.
less, yeah. So there's a few of them jump out the water, and that weird algae like glow you saw was like the little light bulb thing they have from them in the midst of some of the actual algae.
Okay, so kind of like anglerfish.
Yeah. I mean, they're basically anglerfish. I don't really have things for you in this because I just had to do like a makeshift thingy.
Yeah.
But wait, no.
Frog.
Frog.
Frog. How cute it is.
I'm gonna use this one for Faith. So you guys are coming through here. I imagine. Let's put Devil on there again. Come on. No, Faith. There we go. So I assume you're in front, Faith.
Yeah.
Followed by is there like a goblin one? That is the derpiest looking goblin I've ever seen.
I love it. That's
Alright,
adorable.
take your
So
pick, Rebel.
cute,
Which
though.
one? You want this one?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay,
How
give me this
cute.
one. We're gonna call that Clue. Since this doesn't give me custom ones. Okay, it didn't even put your name on there. Hold on. There we go. Clue. I have to like place it then name it.
I still don't have a name. So.
I'm just putting Clue. So then I wonder if there's an elf one? Yep, elf. This can be, I know you're half elf, but it'll do. So this one will be Tori.
3.
And then finally, we have, I don't know if there's a one either. No, Assassin? Assassin, that'll do, I guess. So this one, oh, that changed it. Undo.
Oh,
There we go. So, Assassin, please don't swap that out. Okay, good. There we go. Doing this online is way harder than I imagined doing it in person would be. So I could just put down some minis for you guys.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
There. So, you look at Cliff. Okay. So you've had these weird, strange anglerfish frog type creatures jump out. They're like about the size of like a dwarf, but rotund.
Oh, they're bigger than me then.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Oh no.
So, what was the initiative order again?
We put it in the Discord, but it's TK on 11.
Okay,
Tommy on 7, and then me and Rebel on
since
6.
two of you have 6, do you wanna do rollies? You wanna,
Okay.
you both roll
we
a
just roll a
d20 and whoever
D20?
gets the highest.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Okay, I got 14.
I got 14 too.
Roll again.
Roll again. Okay. D20 roll 5.
I got a 1!
You got our one. Okay, that's
I
fine.
rolled.
So it's Ravel, then sorry, it's Vi, then Ravel, then Tommy, and TK. Okay. So one of these is going to Frog One, shall we call them? Or like, I don't know what they'd be called, but let's just call it Frog One. Okay,
Frogfish.
so Frogfish. Yeah, let's call it Frogfish One. Because you don't know what these things are. It's going to leap towards you guys. Actually, let's see, should it? Right, okay, so this one's gonna leap 20 feet forwards. So 5, 10, 15,
I
20.
still don't work on feet.
Yeah, okay. So that's leaped 20 feet forwards, and it's gonna use the remaining 10 of its movement to go not quite in a melee range of you, Faith. It's going to go there. So now it is Vi's turn.
Okay. I would like to move. Can I attack diagonally?
Yeah, as long as it's within 5 feet of you.
Okay, so can I move 1 square to up and to the right?
To the right, that way.
That's it, yeah.
Okay.
So and then from there, I'd like to attack Mr. Frogfish 1.
Okay. Just a normal attack, or?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want
let
to use
me
all my
try.
magic stuff
Yeah.
just yet.
Okay.
I mean, my main thing is to just get in the way of them attacking anyone else. I think I only get one attack a turn, so 16 plus 4, so 20.
That hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So 1d8 plus 2. 6 plus 2, so 8 damage.
8 damage, okay. Let me just make a note for things. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
I don't understand what just happened.
I poked it with my sword.
Yep, she did a stabby stab. Okay, 8 damage, right?
That's
Yep.
not what I meant, but okay.
Okay, is that all you're doing this turn?
Yeah. Although I can, if they attack anyone other than me within 5 foot, then I can use reaction to impose disadvantage on them. Just so people are aware.
Okay. So it is now Ravel's turn.
Okay, what can I do exactly?
Anything on your sheet. You can move up to your speed. You can attack anything in range. Since you're a barbarian, I believe you can also rage. If you want to take a look at your features, as well as just your attacks. I don't believe you have a weapon, but you have the Tavern Brawler feat for unarmed strikes.
Guess I'll do kind of the same what I did.
Okay.
Like moving up to the frog and attacking the frog.
Alright, where are you gonna move? Where do you want to be?
Is on the other side, like where?
There?
Yeah, there.
Okay. So you're gonna go in and attack it?
Yeah.
Right, so I know you have the Tavern Brawler thing, which lets you roll for a thing. It says a d4 for unarmed strikes. I believe you got something additional with
I don't
unarmed
know.
strikes. Vi, do you know?
I honestly don't know. I've never done
Just
an
must
unarmed
be-
can before.
Let me just very
I think
quickly
I can.
check.
I think I can do grabbies. I can grab the boy.
Yeah, you can also try and grapple it. Oh, it's plus your strength modifier. Okay.
Oh,
So,
what do I do?
right. So, are you just grappling normally, or do you have a feat for that?
It's a good question. I suppose I'm doing the normal things since I have no clue what to do.
Constitution. Right, okay. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target. So if you make an attack, you can also grapple.
Okay,
So
I can try to do that. Yeah.
go ahead and
But
roll.
what can
an
I do
attack.
with a, after I grapple?
You hold them
Anyway.
in place, and they can't move.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, if you wanna go ahead and roll for an attack on this.
With what dice?
It's a d20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus whatever the hit bonus you have.
Okay. Okay, I rolled a 12, and I have to. Wait, what is it? Strength?
This
it'll be-
actually is your hit bonus.
It should be your strength
Oh,
bonus plus your proficiency bonus.
I'm very
Which
confused.
is plus, I think proficiency is plus 2, because all of mine are saying plus 4.
Yeah,
but
proficiency
plus
is
strength,
plus
so-
2.
Okay.
So I rolled a 12, and it's plus 2, I guess?
Well, no,
So
it'll be plus 2 plus. Well, it'll be whatever your strength bonus is plus your proficiency bonus. So, what's your strength bonus?
5, I think.
It's 3.
Your strength bonus?
It's
Yeah,
a plus
so-
3.
Okay, and then proficiency would be plus 2 on top, so you get plus 5 in total.
Okay.
Okay. I've already forgot what you rolled. What was it?
A 12.
12 plus 5?
Yeah. That would be 17.
Okay. That definitely hits, yep. So go ahead, roll damage. It's 1d4 plus from your feature, I believe your strength modifier.
24?
1d4. One
Oh.
d4. Plus
Okay,
strength.
okay.
I mean, if you can punch people for 24, I'm going home.
Oh, I got actually a 4.
Okay, nice.
My strength is also 5.
Your strength?
It's
No, your strength's
strength
plus
bonus is
3.
plus
Are you
3,
looking
isn't
at the
it? Yeah,
saving
What do you
throw?
mean? Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, it's plus 3
What am
for
I
this.
supposed to look at?
The big ones.
Oh, here. Okay.
Okay. So 4 plus 3.
Very dummy.
7, right, okay. So, okay. I'm gonna,
That's
now, this one is gonna take its turn. Try and move towards you.
Do you need to resolve the grapple?
Oh, true. Sorry, I'm forgetting.
It's
We're
okay.
going through so much
God.
stuff trying to figure it out. Okay, so grapple is contested check, I believe, right? Contested
Yeah,
strength
strength
against
check
dex or
versus-
strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't really hear shit of what you said.
Okay, so you need to roll roll a d20 and add your strength to it. Your strength bonus, sorry, to it. So you're plus 3.
Okay, plus 3 and a d20. Okay.
Well, it's athletics. So what's your athletics bonus?
Fucking hell. 7, I think.
7?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Sherry may have to check your character sheet to confirm it, but
You know what? I
it
can
will
do
be
this.
d20 plus your athletics bonus.
20 plus athletics. Your athletics is 7, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
There it is. And it was a 5.
I can
Five
tell
plus
you
7.
that you have definitely succeeded. Because
okay.
this thing rolled terribly.
Okay.
So that is now grappled. Which I believe means that it can't move. Does it prevent it from attacking or anything?
It doesn't really. What's it say? When you grapple a creature or wrestle with it, you can use the attack action to make a special melee attack, a grapple. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them. The target of your grapple must be more than one size larger than you and must be within your reach. Using at least one free hand, you try to seize the target by making a grapple check instead of an attack roll. A strength athletics check contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check. The target chooses the ability to use. If you succeed, you subject the target to the grappled condition. The condition specifies the things that end it. If you can release you can release the target whenever you like, no action required. But it doesn't tell me what the condition of grapple actually
Hang on,
does.
I'm finding the conditions page for grapple.
It'll tell-
Grapple, restrained. Yeah, it only says, oh, there's grappled. Speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Condition ends if it's incapacitated. So basically it just reduces its speed.
Well, if it can't get any bonuses to speed, does that mean it loses any dex bonus it would have to AC?
I don't believe so. It doesn't say so. It's just its speed, so I
Okay.
assume that that's its movement.
Yeah.
So it can't move while you're holding on to it.
Okie dokie.
Which also eliminates its ability to leap. So, yep.
Yeah, it's pinned in place.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Okay. So Frogfish 2 over here. Gonna take their turn. So there you have 30 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna go. Wait. I wasn't counting properly. That's fine. They're gonna go there. And they're going to attempt to attack you, Faith.
Yep.
So they are going to bite at you. So I'm gonna roll for that.
Henceforth, it should be known as Rebel.
Ah,
What?
that's a
It's
terrible
trying to bite me.
roll. That's a very terrible roll.
These frogs are rolling.
Yeah, I can tell you
Yeah.
that didn't hit. You rolled a 3, so
Yeah, that's definitely a no.
no modifiers making that hit. Okay, so the frogfish, anglerfish type thing, attempts to try and bite at you, but it just goes like ever so slightly short, and its jaws just like kind of smack against your shield. Okay, and that's gonna end that's turn.
Okay.
So it is now Tommy's turn.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's up?
For one of the spells that I wanted to use, ID Insinuation. It says it has a range of ID.
Yeah. Okay. Range of 60 feet.
It has a range of Does that mean like 60 around the character, or like?
It's just 60 feet. The thing you're targeting must be like 60 feet away. It can be like in more or less a straight line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, you'd be able to hit it.
Okay.
Even the furthest one.
It's a massive rock in the middle, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna target like the far one with
That is
that.
true, actually. Hold on. There is a crystal in the way. Your thing does say one creature you can see. Unfortunately, I think from your angle, you wouldn't be able to see it behind the crystal at the moment.
I forgot. You're right. I'll just target the anglerfish too, or like frogfish too,
Okay.
with it.
Alright. So this one is a wisdom saving throw. Okay. What is your spell save DC? Oh, it's 13, I can see it now. So wisdom saving throw. Gets a +0 for that, so... It succeeds its saving throw, unfortunately.
God damn
Is
it.
there anything if that fails? Sorry, if it succeeds its throw, just take half.
No, I think nothing happens.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be incapacitated, full stop. At the end of each of its turns, it takes 1d12 psychic damage. And then can make another wisdom saving throw. Yeah, okay, I don't think it does anything if they succeed.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Well, I tried.
If you wanna... Do you have anything you can do with your bonus action, or if you wanna move or anything?
No.
Alright.
I'll stay here.
Okay. So next up is TK.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to help me, like, do this.
Okay.
I assume I use a spell.
Well, you can move up to 30 feet, and that can be staggered. You can move, do
Okay.
something, then move again. You can use your action to either attack with your staff or make a spell, or cast a spell. Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I don't know if you have much you can do with your bonus action. You have meta magic yet?
Can I use a ranged spell?
Mm-hmm. Which one?
I have a clear path, yeah?
Which spell do you want to use?
Ray Frost or something?
Ray of Frost, the cantrip?
Yeah, can I...
Okay. Towards a creature in range, 60 feet. Doesn't say you have to necessarily see it. Okay, which one do you want to target?
The frogfish one.
Alright. Go ahead
Oh,
and
cool.
make a spell attack. You have, I believe, a +5 to hit.
How do I do that? What do I have to do? Sorry.
Roll a d20, add 5.
Okay. 15, so 20.
Okay, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. It's 1d8.
Six.
6. Okay. Frogfish 1 makes a horrible gargling noise and then dies. It
Aw, they were
collapses
so
down into the
cute.
water. Just slumps over.
They're so cute.
Yep, Frogfish 1 is dead.
I don't think the frogfishes have Sune's blessing.
Can I
Okay,
kill
and
them?
then if you convince it not to eat you,
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna convince them. They don't understand language for sure. Okay, it's.
But I can.
Do you want to
I can
move,
talk
TK,
dolphin.
at all? Because you're currently back here. Do you want to
Uh,
move? Anything?
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want to go?
How far can I move?
30 feet. Each square is 5 feet.
Like up in front of Clue? To the left?
Like there?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's do that.
alright. So, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. So Frogfish 3 over here is going to go 30 feet. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they can only get to there. And unfortunately, I don't think they can make a leap if they don't have any movement left. Sending leap, yada yada. No, I don't think so. So that's pretty much all I can do from here. Yep, that's everything. Okay, so back to the top of the turn order. We have Frogfish 1, who is dead. So then it is Vi. It's your
Okay.
turn, Faith.
If I move up one space, does that trigger a reaction from Frogfish 2? Or
No, that
as
would
long as I
only
don't
be
leave.
if you leave its area.
Okay, then I will move up one so
Okay.
that I'm blocking both of them.
Mhm.
And then I will attack Frogfish 2.
Okay.
So let me roll, what's that? 15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay, that definitely hits.
Okay, and then I will do 5 plus 2, so 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. So that is. Okay.
Okay, and that's gonna be it for now.
Alright. So next up we have Ravel. Our Clue.
Do you think that if I speak French to it, it might be my friend?
You can try.
Okay, I walk right below the fish too.
To here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, I guess I have to attack.
I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, you can.
I better do.
You can speak French to it if you want to. I won't stop you.
French as a
my
bonus
character.
action.
My character doesn't speak French,
Oh,
sadly. So I have to roll a T20, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
And I got a 20. 20 plus
that definitely hits.
5, I think it was.
It's fine. That definitely hits.
Okay, and then D4?
was that a nat
Yeah,
20 or
free
was
dodge.
it just 20?
It was natural. Like I rolled the
Oh
dice.
yeah,
and
okay,
the
so
die.
you got double damage on this then.
Yeah, because it counts as a critical hit.
Right, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, now I have to do a D4, right?
Yes, for your punch attack.
That is a 3.
Right?
Plus- How much was it?
5, was it? That seems like a
No,
lot
it was
though.
the strength bonus was 3, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
but
it was,
wasn't it
Yes,
also the
3.
proficiency?
No, that was to
Proficiency
hit.
is-
No, yeah, you're right. It is the strength only.
I need to take
Yes.
notes. So for the
Fine,
first
I'm
one is
taking
strength plus the proficiency, right?
Yeah, so to hit, it's your strength bonus plus your proficiency bonus plus d20.
Are you sure
And
it's
second
the
one is-
strength bonus on the roll to hit as well?
It depends on what your combat stat is. So for like melee characters, it's strength. If
Okay,
you're a
fair
dex-based
enough, fair
fighter,
enough.
it'll be your dex bonus and so on.
All right. Okay. So
I'm
then the
pretty sure
damage
that's
you
not how you
rolled
got strength.
3, was it that you rolled?
Yeah.
Plus 3, so 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that takes that to that. Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Or she gets another roll because it was a critical hit, so two dice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somehow I
another-
keep forgetting that. Thank you.
You get another damage roll.
Oh, you rolled a 4. So it's
Okay, so it'll be
4 plus
4 plus
strength.
3,
That's
yeah.
3.
Okay.
7.
So you punch this weird angler fish, frog hybrid in the face, and your hand just kind of goes through its squishy membrane skull, and it just drops.
Oh,
You like pull your hand out, and it's all slimy.
With what? It's so cute.
You killed it. Frogfish 2 is dead.
Look at it this way, you get to keep
Hold on,
some of
Level.
it.
Can we keep the last one?
I don't know if it will let us.
I'll
I'm not
try
even
to.
gonna get a hit in.
Also, we can't take it out of the water, can we?
You don't know.
But
It will probably die, Rebel.
It is now
Well-
Tommy's turn since Frogfish 2 is dead.
it's a frogfish, not a fish frog. So
Yeah, but it needs water, Rebel.
we're gonna get a bit of water, just a little bit.
I'm gonna move up, like to the right above Tori.
Okay. So, like there?
One more to the right.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. That's,
And
yeah, I'll be within 30 feet, that's fine.
I use my short bow to attack it.
Your sharp bow, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a plus 5
Actually,
to hit. Oh,
before I do, it says like range 80 to like slash
actually, do you get a sneak
320.
attack on this? Yeah, don't worry about the range. You're easily within range, I think.
Okay.
No,
I thought it was like a minimum range of like you need to be at least 80 feet away.
attack on, yada yada. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. Right, since Faith is within 5 feet of Frogfish 3, you get sneak attack on this. Which is an extra
Which means-
1d6 damage if you hit it.
Okay. So roll a d20 first to see if I hit.
Yeah, roll d20, add 5.
21.
That hits. So now roll 1d6, add 3, and then add another d6. So you can just do 2d6 plus 3.
9.
9 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Mix that to that. Alright. Is there anything else you're gonna do?
No.
Okay. Which leaves us with TK, I believe.
Yep.
Frogfish
Okay.
There's last. It's
Do
not
you
even gonna
wanna-
get to do anything here. Poor Frogfish.
Can you put me up above Zulil?
Like directly above them or like here?
Directly above, yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll try another spell
Alright.
for shits and gigs. Actually, no, it's probably better to use the same one. Sorry. The Ray of Frost one.
Okay.
So, I roll a 20, yeah?
Yes, with a +5 to hit.
Oh, God. 9.
9 plus 5, or 9 including the 5?
No, 9. 4 plus 5.
So 9 total.
I guess Frogfish
Yeah.
3 gets to do something.
Hey, Frogfish 3 gets to do something. Let's go. Okay. Is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So Frogfish 3 finally gets to do something. It's gonna move down here and just
Don't I
its
get
round.
a reaction attack because it left my area?
True. Hold on. You're right. I don't know if I can
Maybe
step
Frogfish
over its
3
dead
won't be able to do anything.
friends.
I mean, it's dead, so I don't think it's gonna mind.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Frogfish 2's corpse, and it's gonna move there. It is now going to attempt to bite Ravel.
Okay, so as a reaction to it attacking someone else, I impose disadvantage on it.
Okay, so I roll 2d20s. Pick the lower one. Well, it immediately rolled a 4, so yeah, that's 4 plus 3. 7, that's probably not hitting you. Yeah, nope. Okay. It is not able to hit Ravel, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
So
No.
it moved 5 feet.
I just realized I lost the opportunity to call them angler frogs.
True. Yeah, I don't think it can do much else. It could walk away, but then it gets attacked by 2 of you. So it's just gonna...
I don't know if I get to attack because I used my reaction, but Chloe
True.
would certainly get to.
Okay, it is going to attempt to run the fuck away with
Okay,
whatever
so-
it has left. So it's used 5 feet. So 5,
So Chloe
10,
would get to
15,
attack.
20. It's gonna attempt to move over here. Clue, you get an attack of opportunity because it's moving out of your range. So you get to try to attack it again.
Can I do something else? Can I try to befriend the frog?
You can choose to pass on your attack of opportunity if you want to.
So I can't do something active to befriend the frog.
You can't right now because this will be an attack of opportunity.
I don't want to kill another frog. I pass.
Okay, so it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, up to here. It's just gonna run away from you. Actually, it's gonna go 30. There, it's back behind the crystal where it started. This thing has just seen 2 of its frog friends died. One got punched through the skull, and it's now failed to attack you, and it's just running. Okay.
Poor frog. Exciting.
So that's Frogfish 3 done with. Vi, or Faith, it's your turn.
I mean, I'm just going straight after it, so I'm gonna implacably chase this thing down.
Okay.
And go 5, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so if you could put me right behind it on the right hand side of the crystal.
Like there or there or
Yeah, that's it.
there. Okay.
And then I will take a swing at it.
Okay.
15, 11 plus 4.
That hits.
Okay, then 9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna march up behind it, like, with a determined set to my shield and sword alongside me, and then as it's trying to run away, I'm just gonna go from shoulder down and stab into it.
It goes splat as you do that. Just very goopty. Very, very slimy.
No.
And sure enough, Frogfish 3 is dead.
The baby.
It's not a baby. It's not a baby.
The baby.
Okay, that ends initiative order.
No.
Very sadly gone and dead.
It's okay, Ram.
Not
He's
everything
very
is
much not.
redeemable.
Baby.
Okay, well, you guys we're passing through this tunnel. It opens into a bit of this cavern. There's some crystals in there, and now some very dead frogfish.
I'm gonna pass out soon. We might have to end here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to
Fair
suggest
enough,
that.
fair enough. Yeah, we can end here.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't sleep, so
No worries, no
it's
worries.
now morning again.
I mean, it's
That's a good
normally
place to leave
taken
it
2.5
after
hours.
combat's over, anyway. So
I mean, you said it would go for like 2 hours, and it's been 3 hours and a half.
it did not. Hey, 2 hours was an estimate, I guess.
You said 1 or 2 hours.
I did not say 1 or 2. I just said 2, but yeah. But yeah, we can leave
I
it
do
here.
have another question.
What's up?
XP, like experience points. How do we get them?
We're just gonna do milestone. So whenever like something
Okay.
big happens in the plot, rather than like actual experience
Okay.
points.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Like killing the baby.
Oh no, the poor frogfish.
No, the angler frog.
Oh, bless.
All right. Well, we're gonna leave it there. We can come back next Saturday to hopefully continue this, or maybe even wrap up this little adventure in this cave. And besides that, I'll see people on Monday for my usual streams. And bye bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Rebel, I don't have an outro.
Wait, what?
I don't
Okay,
have a
Vi can
fancy
do
outro.
hers. Vi can do hers.
Yeah, bye. Give the stream your outro.
Okay, well, in the meantime, thank you all for hanging out. Stay excellent to each other, and I will catch you all
And I'll see you
later.
later.
Bye-bye!
And yes, Duplo, Saturday's the next session of D&D. It's going to be a weekly thing.